All right, there we go. How's it going, everybody? It's Man Tomorrow here. Want to thank y'all for coming through on this Saturday night. Check in with Aegon. Haven't heard from him in a while. In this YouTube format, formerly online. So we're waiting for him to catch up and get online real quick. So give us a couple minutes. What's going on, Dick Doug? What's going on, Bishop, AO, Sister George, Soft, Sands, Cooling. What's going on? Make sure you hit the like button upon coming in. Dorian, NJ Prophet, Blaze, going on, man? Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can all the way.
Okay, am I good now?
Yeah, man. We live, man. What's going on, man?
Okay, because normally, what up? What up? What up? Just got out of my daughter's play. Just at the drove out to this park real fast. Got a good signal. Ugh. What's good with
Man,
you,
so how's
Kier?
it been to grown up, man?
Yeah.
How's it been to grown up, man?
It's taxing, but I love
We're
it.
like never a dull moment, huh?
Yeah, man. Like I sit through this fuck ass Beauty and the Beast play when I struggle to fucking make my daughter fucking work out. Then I'm supposed to be down with the arts and shit, man. Fuck that. You listen to me. Trying to make her a top. I'm trying to make her a top tier athlete. She fucking in this weak ass play, yo. But
How
for
come
the
you just
kids
shut
though.
that shit down? Be like, hey, man, we're not playing today. Like,
I
shit, you
know.
can play these sports.
She with her mom, and her mom got her doing that shit. And it's all
Oh,
good
for
though.
real?
Yeah, and it's something different to do because she used to be a cheerleader. She might go back, but used to be a cheer. Something for her to do. But like, mm, you know,
What grade
it's
she in?
about, huh?
What grade she in?
Fifth? Damn, I'm a terrible dad. I'm thinking.
Is she really in the fifth grade, dude?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, all right, man. Let's get this fucking interview on the way, man. So, so what brought you to this space in the first place, man? Like,
What, bro? To this
tell me what the
space in the
relationship
first
status
place.
was uh, of you first, and then like what made you want to search this shit out online.
I came to the manosphere through Tommy Sotomayor. At the time, before it was like 2.0, maybe 1.0 going on, I was married. And what drove me to it was I was looking for answers. Answers in um my life, through like growing up, seeing certain hypocrisies growing up and like not having that many people to talk to them about. And also I had problems in my relationship too. It's like, why doesn't the woman that I marry respect me? You know? Like why like I'm a father to a child that's not mine, I'm a father to a child that is mine. I'm making decisions, that for my kids that she ain't making, but I'm not, and that's all well and good, but I'm not getting backed up. Why is it a struggle? Why is everything a fucking power struggle? And it drove me to this space. And it's also it's hard to talk. Man, you like I know, 10 years ago would have been 2013.
Yeah.
This the shit we talk. That shit was not commonplace amongst regular men.
Oh
Man,
hell
man,
no. Not like, dude. Listen,
you want to lose
I would
friends, my
say
nigga?
not even 5 years ago. Not even 5 years ago, this shit wasn't even commonplace.
You
Not
want to be
no,
called
we
a
talking
woman
about online.
hater? You want to you
Yeah.
want to say you want to lose some friends? You you want to
start
walk away?
start holding women accountable and responsible, man. Yeah, man, they out of there
You want to ruin a
quickly.
Thanksgiving? Talk about this
Yeah.
shit. Talk about why this ain't happened. Talk about why I don't think this is. I don't think that. I think it's weird that there's a lot of single women in our family with no husbands. And you start asking questions like, "Yo, so did y'all plan to marry the first dude you have a kid you had a kid with? Why everybody first child light skin? Like shit like that. You like
Yeah.
you start asking shit like that when you grow up, and like I mean, you start people start looking at you crazy. And also the most not the bitches. It was kind of like because the men like even people that I love, dudes, I couldn't get the truth out of men that I knew and I cared about. Maybe honestly, like to have empathy on them, they didn't know what the fuck was going on either, and they just like couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle the fact that they was like basically women had won this much, and basically they're like they have such a grasp on like controlling men and controlling them in their own life. And I remember back having an argument with a close friend that I'm not talking to now because we live two different lifestyles, but we was talking about like it was like so there's always a dominant and a non-dominant in a relationship because I'm arguing with my ex.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
And I like to tell the truth, so I'm like, yo, like there is always a dominant. And she's like, no, there's not. It could be partners and all that shit. And she was like, well, who's the dominant? And then I was like, you are. I was like, the way you act and shit, I fucking like mitigate my speech when I'm talking to you. I let a lot of shit slide. I'm taking care of a kid that's not mine. And in saying that, it kind of like starts like eating away at me, but at the same time, it's kind of a good thing. But and she was like, "Dad, you really feel that way?" I'm like, "It's the truth." And I mean, and the thing is, I'm always arguing, and it's me talking to her. I'm like, we always having a headbutting contest, and at the same time, it's like, look who I'm doing something nobody else would do. And then my boy was like, "Damn, yo, like how you like I see you love her, you care about her, but how he be in a relationship?" I'm like, because for the greater good of the family. And I always wanted to have a family. I never saw uh, a successful relationship in my life. A successful relationship, except for like
So you
one
mean like
couple.
you ain't seen it like around, like your parents wasn't
No,
that shit?
my parents was together like that. No, my parents were together. My grandparents weren't together. Um, you see it here and there, but then the thing is, I can't judge because people live different lives behind closed doors, and because what I seen was a successful relationship. What I finally found out is that it was a successful relationship if the dude if the man could still talk around his woman the same way he talks around his peoples or his niggas, that's a successful relationship. Majority of
Yeah.
men I seen who I thought had successful relationships were the opposite of that. Where basically they kowtow to their bitches. Only
Oh yeah,
successful
no doubt.
relationship I saw was of my aunt and my uncle, and they got a divorce later. Like they were one of the main reasons I got married because they were like the youngest couple I've seen get married. They used to actually come to my they went to college together, just like me and my ex did. And they went to when they had winter break, he would come with my grandmom to come pick me up early from school. So I always saw them, and he was from Miami, she was from Philly, and they ended up linking up, having 3 kids, and got married. And I'm like, dang, I'm trying to be like that. And he was like the most straightforward man I ever met in my life, like ever. No
Bro,
lies.
listen, man.
What?
Hey, God, listen, man. Bro, in the 80s, all of my fucking boomer aunts, them motherfuckers was getting divorced one after another. It was like falling like flies, bro. And
Yeah,
all them
yeah,
kids are
yo,
fucked up.
yeah.
All them kids were fucked up after them
Let me see if this
divorces.
falls in. You know when my uncle got divorced? The ones that
What
was
was that?
they were in college when I was in middle school. They got divorced. It was my aunt. My uncle, he's my uncle through marriage. He's from Miami. My aunt is from Philly. They got divorced right after the same grandma that used to drive my uncle through marriage to pick me up died. Right after she died, cause she loved him.
Damn.
Cause
Yeah.
she loved him. Even though my grandma was married, but then ended up getting divorced when I was like 3. So she was always single. But she loved my uncle. Cause they made each other, my aunt made each other in college. He's a great guy. She loved him. And when she passed away, that's when they broke up. And it was probably more than that. I don't know the whole relationship, but he was like the most straightforward man I ever met in my life. This nigga didn't lie to me. He taught me how to cut grass, cut my hair, fucking woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock every fucking day. Went to sleep early. Fucking, he was the he was the definition of like a southern smart person. Like basically, he would like. I never seen people from where I'm from are really animated. We gotta let you know what's on their mind. We gotta tell you the answer and shit. I never like he was the first person I seen that used to like just stare at people and just let them say a whole bunch of dumb shit and either make a mistake or not. And then he'll pull me to the side and be like, yo, nephew, yo, what did he just say? And I repeat it back to him. He'd be like, did that sound right? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, listen, he said, re-say it to me. And I said, like, that sounds crazy, don't it? Yeah. I'm like, so why you ain't say nothing? It's like, he'll come back after he make a mistake. Let me give you a story real fast. So my uncle, he was put in he was made responsible at a young age because his dad killed his mom. His dad killed his mom, and dad went to jail. He got raised by his aunts. He has 5 brothers. He has 5 brothers, and he's the sixth. And he's the second oldest. The oldest brother was selfish. He was the second oldest, so he took care of everybody, right? And this is later on. We had a wedding. We had a wedding or a we had a wedding, but before the wedding, we had this pool at one of his brother's apartment complexes. 4 brothers outside, niggas can't swim, and they're looking at the pool, right? They can't swim at all, so they all arguing. You get in the pool, you can't swim. You can't get in the pool, you can't. You say, and they argue for like 10 minutes. You can't swim, talking shit to each other. If you get in the pool, I swim better than you. 6 feet of water. They scared of, right? So my uncle's just sitting to the side watching them. I'm just standing. I'm younger. I ain't getting in that conversation. About a teenager. So they walk away. Says 6, right? He was like, "Yo, nephew, come here." He said, "I was like, what did that pool say?" I'm like, 6 feet. He's like, "Yo, look at it. Look at it harder." I was like, I looked at it. It was the reflection. It was 9 feet of water. So I was like, oh shit. He was like, can none of them jokers swim? So if they would have hopped in there thinking it was 6 feet, they would almost drown. I was like, why didn't you say nothing? I was like, they've been doing this since I was a kid. I would have saved them, but I'm trying to get a laugh. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. I was like, yo, this nigga, like, oh, man, because you can't tell, like, he's like his son. Like you can't tell their composure by their face. They got like it's real like calm face and shit like that. But he was like the only like the most one of the most a bag of like 5 consistent dudes in my life. Him, my coach Carter, a couple of cats here and there. But what drove me to the space is that I didn't have that growing up. My dad was on some player shit. Every time we talking, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's hard to solve a problem with somebody trying to solve everything with game. So when you become a
Oh,
man, you fucking learning things through fucking cracking your head, and you tired of cracking your head. So basically,
oh
you
man.
don't have no mentors because most older niggas is bitch ass niggas. So
They were, dude. Like Aegon, man. Listen, man. most people don't know that most of these dudes who hang out in these fucking communities are bitch ass niggas. And
Yeah,
that's the only thing they were aspiring to. Cause like the dudes who got their shit together, them niggas left. All the
yeah,
way the fuck gone. But like the bitch ass niggas was the dude who just kept hanging around the community because they had nowhere else to fucking go. You know, they couldn't go out in society. So, you know, being at the bottom and not really progressing is like the normal operating like most black men operate on a base level of a bitch ass nigga.
yeah. Cause,
Period.
cause you got the top notch bitch ass niggas who, like you said, stay around the community. It's quasi bitch niggas. We got niggas in our
Yeah.
niggas in our family who basically, you got uncles that basically you gotta basically you could love them and you could really feel camaraderie with them, but you know at a certain point they're gonna start fucking lying to you.
Oh
They gonna
yeah,
st-
no doubt, man.
and you like, damn, we got to that point, and it's like, fuck, man. And it's all because they want to maintain their household and they stability. It's trying to maintain the stability in their brain because they know they bitch got them over the knee. And it's like, because the thing is, if they were of a mindset of basically, I'm trying to make the best possible decision for me for the rest of my life, or like basically, I am always trying to think of like, if they were about the truth, they would have been pulling us to the side and telling us what the fuck is going on. But no, they kind of like you see them only on certain times of the year and shit like that. And that's another
Yeah.
thing. I didn't have that many males in my family, so I had nobody to talk to. But
Oh no.
frat brothers or
Ah.
keep keeping shit to myself. Um, my mom is
Yeah.
actually one of the smartest women I ever met, but she's still a woman at the same time. So she got her fuckery with her, and and she has real good discernment up to a point. But then if stuff is not going her way, she reverts to being a child like most women. So it's
And my
hard
mom
to.
started doing that shit like after my dad died. She started reverting back to that shit. Cause like she wouldn't even do that shit around my father or even my grandfather like that. Cause you know it's immediately checking motherfuckers at that point. But yeah, I get what you're talking about. But what most people don't understand is like without having like that strong masculine fucking figure around, bro, you would think that like compromising and trying to make everybody happy is normalized. And
Right?
imagine 18 or 19 years of that fucking programming around that shit and then you have to go into corporate America or the military or anywhere else and you got to operate like a human being after all that bitch ass nigga programming. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Just trying to make other people happy. I'm trying to beat that shit out of my daughter right now because
Yeah.
my ex got my daughter on that shit where she's overly saying thank you to people and um she's trying to make everybody happy except for basically doing the best thing for her. Because honestly, when you try to make everybody happy, you kind of you're lazy. Honestly,
Oh, it's fuck, man.
you're lazy. You're basically trying to appease everybody so nobody sees you, and it's quite cowardly. It's quite cowardly. Instead of doing what you need to do, which is also most of the time the hardest thing and uncomfortable thing, you basically just want to make everybody happy to basically get them off your case. Because most people will be like, "Oh, this person not is not a threat. They're just going, they're gonna try to make me happy," and and I'm trying to get that out of my daughter, and I had that shit in me too. I'd like, man, fuck everybody, yo. I gotta
Hey
I
man,
gotta
like
feel for me.
like man, I grew up with the sharing and all that kind of shit, man. Like once I went to the military and I seen how them niggas was just using the motherfucker, man, bro, listen, man, I got out of that shit real quick. You know, really quick, man. But it's like a lot of people just do not understand how easy it is to just not be involved with that shit. Like it's easy to be involved in, and it's easier not being involved with it. Like all this time that you spend trying to please every the fuck body else, you could just remain yourself and not need a bunch of people around you and still make it and still
Mm-hmm.
be a regular ass human being. But a lot of people get that shit kind of beat out of them early, and then
Mm,
they have to regain it after they end up getting screwed over by a whole bunch of people, man.
yeah, but then I tried to, control it. Get into a family when I try to find a uh a partner to basically so we to be selfish basically with my family. Basically I can. maybe I could be gratuitous to my family, but the thing is that it's two heads. You know, it's two heads. You got two people, and everybody doesn't think the same. And I mean, especially with a man and a woman in America. But it was, man, I was thinking with my dick. Fuck, honestly, I was thinking with my dick, and basically, I'm not a type. And the thing is, I'm not the type of dude to try to have sex with a whole bunch of chicks. It's not. It's never been me. I grew up around niggas that got bitches. I've seen how that shit works. I actually don't like touching that many people because I think people are dirty. So it's like I find somebody that's like malleable. I like them, and I try to make it work because I didn't. I don't. It's like basically I don't see any success in basically being. Hey, I think you look good. Your ass is fat. Your titties big. Let me hop on top of you. Oh, that shit didn't work. Then do it to somebody else. And I'm like, hell, I'd rather just not. You know what I'm saying? This is how I was. So when I got my ex, I think she was about the third girl I ever had sex with. And honestly, it wasn't the sex that kept me around. It's basically like it was other factors. It was like basically I was close with her grandma because her grandma lived right next to the school. Her family was cool. Certain people
Yeah.
were way better than others, and basically I felt the family element, and that's what I wanted. I actually wanted a family, and I tried to make that shit work. But the culture of what my ex came from was the opposite of basically pleasing a man, or basically she's like more selfish, pleasing herself. And then that brought me to this space because you can't, because I had nobody to talk to. Because the thing is, like, when you're having hardships as a man and you want to do the right thing and you have nobody to talk to, uh, let me say this. When you look on TV, bitch ass niggas on TV, everybody
Oh
hates
man,
men.
especially fucking
Uh,
sitcoms and shit, man. That shit's
yeah.
programming, dude.
Um, Songs, bitch ass niggas on songs.
Yeah.
Uh, Everybody hates men on songs, and basically, it's like it was like to be a good dad is to be a slave, and that shit was cool. And I'm like, this shit don't seem right. This shit don't seem right, yo. It's like just grin and bear it, and like I couldn't get with it, so that like really pushed me to come to this space now to and the main people I was listening to at beginning it was Tommy, but then I hopped onto the Obsidian waves,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
that was very entertaining. You know, at least Obsidian ended up being on some fuck shit, but I listened to a lot of good brothers spill their hearts out on basically things that was going on for as long as it lasted. Even though a lot of dudes turned into to BANs,
yeah.
uh, uh, you know, the true them, I still appreciate them for that. Cause like I thought, cause a lot, and I think a lot of us think like this. We thought that we was the only one. We thought we were the only ones that thought about this stuff at younger ages.
Nah, nah.
You know, like thinking that the world is like, what the fuck is going on? Am I the only person that notices this shit? And then these mediums came up, and we saying what's going on, and then we got older cats saying this happened to me, this happened to me, and then basically because there was no place for us at all, especially black males. There was no place for us to talk. There was no place for us to talk, and then the Obsidian wave happened. I think I first got on the Obsidian panel one time, once or twice, and that was a dud. And then I fell back and just became a panel listener. Like no, not a panel listener, just a listener. Then COVID happened. Um, During COVID happened, when COVID happened, I was at a really rocky part of my relationship. You know that point when you had a relation, you know that point when you're in a relationship with somebody, and when they say something to you, you look at them in you look them in their eye, and you know they're lying about something. It ain't that.
Oh yeah, no.
They're not lying
Yeah,
about what they just said, but they're lying about something else because this the way their eyes are. But you got so little fight in you, like you just look at them, you're like, all right, that's the type of shit I'm going through. Um, I got into a little scuffle with my ex and ended up at my mom's crib. We had to get out the crib, so I'm in mom's crib, and COVID kicked off. COVID kicked off, and I found myself. I'm a walker. I like to walk. Music on, walking far distances. I was walking, and I found DJ Kudas. I found DJ Kudas. First, I found DJ Kudas on Black, not Free Speech Avenger, but Black Avenger, right? So I'm on Black Avenger, but then I started seeing him on YouTube. So decided to listen to him. After me and my ex split up for a little bit, really dug it, and I was like in my mom's like back room with YouTube cranked, and I was like, "Yo, I wanna, I'm working at the same time as I work from like 11 to 3 at night. I mean 11 to 7 in the morning. So what I was doing was just listening to him and working, and then I was like, let me hop on the panel. These seem like cool dudes. It wasn't that many people there. We chilling, having a good time, and I'm just listening. You know, I think Zero was up there, Marco was up there, Jessica might have came. I don't know if Game Changer came yet at the time, but it was just like everybody's kicking it, and it came to chill out spot because there wasn't nobody outside. And then I incorporated that with like walking around, and it
Oh,
was like very therapeutic. It was very therapeutic at that time. And that's when I found out there I actually interact with guys that basically going through the same thing as me. But more than that. Because I already knew basically, you know, heterosexual male, black male trying to make it, one have a family, bitches acting crazy, got kids to raise, but this world is on some dumb shit. I already knew that, but then like how do you be successful within the midst of this or other options? Uh Getting a different perspective for moving from different parts of the country, um, moving outside the country, you know, moving around, talking to people that already did it, and that part of my life was really cool. Was really cool. Um, then I ended up moving back to the crib. We got back together, and we ended up my oldest daughter that wasn't mine biologically ended up running away because I was putting down. I was gonna fuck her up for some shit. I was like, because she was gonna do. She did. She like this girl didn't listen to me at all, and she fucking left salmon out, and the cat was eating, the house cat was eating it and shit like that all over the place. So she ended up 86ing and leaving, and then everybody thinks she got kidnapped and whatnot. Whole big hoot nanny. Her mom, and our daughter. They ended up leaving and getting an apartment somewhere else. I'm in the crib, and like it's a different world. Like basically, the divorce never hit me until basically until we like they got out of the crib, and that's some depressing shit. Because if you care, you should be hurt. And when you like in a 3 bedroom crib and you by yourself, the world is at your fingertips. But at the same time, it's like I didn't want the world at my fingertips alone. I wanted to be raising my children and have a family, but it didn't. That's not what the cards dealt for me. Especially if I wanted to keep my sanity. So at the same time, I was still hopping on panels and stuff like that, but I started streaming up. I think Zero was the first one to buck at me to do it. He was like, "Hey, guy, why don't you stream up?" I was like, it said something like it's 8 o'clock in the morning. He was like, "What's wrong with the time?" or some shit like that. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I did that shit nervously as hell. First streams is always nervous. And I did
yeah,
through Zoom. You feel crazy as shit. Like, hello,
yeah,
everybody
man.
there? Yeah, hey, 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 hey. And then you go on your phone and you listen to the playback. Hey, okay, go back to that. And through that, I met whole cast of cats. Cause the thing is that I never came to YouTube. Never, 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 and I never will. For profit, for money. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to make money. Fuck, I want to make bread. But I come to learn because I have things in my head. I have things in my head that I can't talk to regular people about because
Nah, you can't.
either they going to hate me but and not understand it and hate me, lie to me, or not listen to me at all. So when I got to this space, it was cats that basically could understand the words that's coming out of my mouth, and I would never take that for granted. I would never take that for granted. So when I came around cats, I could actually, like come back to them with some more things that's on my head, more things because I can't talk to regular people in this world. I can't talk to my family about it. Can't talk to my friends about it. So I never came for that shit. So I felt like this place was like a gold mine. Of basically, people living different lives, and basically you could really somewhat be yourself. And I think that basically going for that YouTube fame kind of destroys that. And I never wanted that. So that's why like, I really enjoy streaming up. I really enjoyed it because I wanted to answer. Because the thing is, because at the end of the day, I know this world is moved by families, and I need mine. I want mine. But the thing is that what am I going for? What lengths am I going to have to go to get it? Decisions I'm going to make, and some to make it happen, or I'm just give up at all. And the thing is, my first question, my first stream, I remember it to this day. I asked, I think Marco, Zero, Blaze was there, Jessica was there, Melody was there, Smooth was
Melody was
there,
there? Really?
Melody was there. Um, I said, can you be friends with a woman? Can you be married to your best friend? And Marco's and Zero's answer was no. And I'm like, you sure you can't be? And then and then the main answer I got from that after we had a whole conversation about that shit, including girls were in it too. It's like Blaze was there too, and I was like, you can't because the way women look at you. It's just how they biologically program. If they're looking at you like they're your friend, they're going to treat you different, and you rather them not be your friend. And I'm like, damn, like I'm all like I'm trying to reset. I'm trying to do I'm trying to do what I did wrong right with this one. I'm thinking like friendship is in there. But I come to in 2023 right now to know me and my girl are cool and we like very compatible. Like we like the same things, all that, but they right. You cannot be friends with a woman.
Oh hell no! Like,
You cannot be friends with and be with her. You can't be. Because the thing is that when life
man.
gets real, she's not looking for a friend. She's not looking for a friend. And when she starts treating you, women will disrespect you, not even trying. Like not even trying sometimes, and then you gotta kind of like let them know like who the fuck you talking to. And it's not even like it's not like they just like on some like hard head bitch management shit. It's just that like they just weird like that. They just fucking want. They just want you. Just want to know that basically like they don't want a friend. They don't want a friend, and basically, if you searching for a girl to be a friend, it can be cool. It can be cool to a high extent, like things, but they're not your friends. Your guy, as a Marco on Zero was saying, like they're not your friends. Your guys are your friends. The guy that basically you can say things to them you can't say to her, or things like that. Because the thing is that you have an argument with her, and if she's your friend, when guys have arguments with, they can say shit to each other, and y'all can talk about it. If you say things too harsh to a woman, they basically gonna go off one word, and you're gonna be arguing about the sky being blue.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
they're all gonna do it, no matter how much you like her, no matter how cool she is. She's going to do that shit, and it's gonna drive you up a wall because you gonna think like my friends over here don't act like this. We're supposed to be friends. No, no, that's your woman. You have kids with her. She ain't crazy. She gonna raise your kids right. She can't be everything. You got to compartmentalize. They can't be it. Um, huh. Throughout the time of being here, Kevin Samuels blew up. Now that was funny.
Yeah, it
Now
was, man. It was funny to watch the switch of everybody, man.
the
Like,
switch of everybody.
man, that shit was crazy.
This nigga
Oh,
was
that was nuts.
that that nigga had like a 7. It was like a 8 month run. It was like a year or something. And that shit that really showed me like basically when people are when that fucking it's like everybody can talk whatever shit they want, but if you throw their deepest desire on the floor right in front of you with a knife, you think they not gonna grab it and slice you. Like, don't put your bets down. Do not like if humans are fucking crazy. When he blew up. it showed how many people gave a fuck. Like that shit was crazy. I
About
was like,
progress for
damn,
real.
fuck that
Like,
nigga
nah, man.
pass. It's like this is
Yeah,
like we gonna ride this horse to the wheels fall off.
yeah. Man, that shit was crazy, man. And I had to like keep reminding motherfuckers about, okay, he had a women's channel. Oh, I like some of the things he said. No, you don't. You like the women that he was talking to and trying to correct. You wanted access to those fucking women. Don't fucking lie to anybody. That's why the fuck you was watching. And the decent women was watching because they always wanted somebody to tell other women that they were, full of shit and stupid as fuck. But and it's like everybody just kept leveraging that dude to correct all of these women in fucking society. And I
Yeah,
thought that shit was high to the fucking hilarious that shit happened
and
in front of people, man. I thought that shit was crazy.
and the cool and another cool aspect about that, all the men I mentioned in the beginning that you couldn't talk to, all the men that you couldn't talk to in your family, all the men you couldn't talk to on the streets, all of a sudden these niggas red pill now. These niggas, the same niggas I would hate me, y'all niggas red pill now, right?
All these niggas became Kevin Samuel fans, like all these niggas who was never shit with women, all of a sudden was Kevin Samuel fan because he was saying the shit to women that Kevin like Kevin would say shit to women that they always wanted to say to women, just proves how weak these fucking dudes were.
Dog.
Period. But that's what it was, man. That's what it was. It was like, finally, somebody is correcting this woman, and I ain't got to risk my relationship to watch her being corrected. So it's kind of like watching a bitch being corrected vicariously through another nigga. That shit was fucking insane, man. Damn,
Dog.
that shit was insane, bro.
To see the whole world trying to do that shit was fucking crazy, yo. The whole world trying to do that shit was crazy, and they didn't even get the ultimate joke of it. The ultimate joke is,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, if you know your woman is acting like the woman on the screen, right?
Yeah.
And he's giving her facts, and the girl's not accepting it, and you arguing with your chick about it, trying to make her accept it, and then when the video goes off and you ain't going nowhere, the bitch
You
won.
still in that fucking relationship.
You lost. Like, you ain't
Still
going nowhere, so it
there.
don't fucking matter. That shit was wild, yo. And like, man, and man, it's just really just, like it just proved like they didn't niggas didn't care. They just didn't want to
No,
be
they didn't.
disrespected on TV. Like, like I guess it got TV got two feminists. They
Yes.
got two feminists, and like finally gotta stand up for us. And it's like, no, he wasn't standing up for you. He was basically giving women a playbook on how to fucking fleece the shit out of you.
And
Like basically,
here's another thing that these niggas didn't get, man. These niggas didn't get that he was not dating the same crop of women that he was fucking
this nigga wasn't in a
correcting.
relationship.
These dumb niggas was super chatting this nigga. He would never even say their fucking name, bro. This nigga had no respect for the niggas who was fucking watching them. Period. And it's like, full fucking well. This dude is on 1099 relationship shit while he's trying to fix up trash for you to fucking date. This shit
Right.
made no fucking sense. And the only people who got it, what he was doing, was real ass motherfuckers, man. Real motherfuckers got that shit right away. Dudes who were full of shit were fans of that dude. Period. I expect women to be fans of him because it was a female platform. And
Yeah.
women and actually the shit women want to say to other women, Kevin Samuels was the dude to do that. He
Right.
was the
Even though
dude
the
to do
women
that
were
for
just
both
like him
sides.
too, though.
Correct. Correct.
Even though they want to say that shit to other women, they are just they want the ability to use the wings too.
Correct.
Even
Yeah,
though they don't
and
like it used
and
against
it's
them.
eh, I bet you they tried to watch this shit in front of their fucking wife or girlfriend and expected for these bitches to be like, trickle down checked because Kevin checked the woman on screen.
Yo, let me say, eh, whoa, hold on. I got a good example. My shorty, her fucking brother This nigga, she was like, cause I didn't tell her none of, I didn't tell her about the people I talked to on YouTube, the people I used to listen to on YouTube. She was like, you know about Kevin Samuels? I'm like, yeah, I know a little bit about him. She like, she was like, my brother watches him. I watch him sometimes. She was like, one time he called me up arguing with his girl and was like, Kevin Samuels says I'm a high value man, and you like basically I'm the bad bitch. I'm the bad bitch, and basically, you not a dime. And she like, I am a dime. His girl was like, I am a dime. I said, how are you a dime if you ain't got this, you ain't got that? I'm the dime. I make all the money, all that stuff like that. And he using Kevin Samuels to argue for him. And my girl
Yep.
was like, she was like, and I'm like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I agree that Kevin Samuels is right. And he said, and my brother's all yelling at her and shit like that, feeling good about herself. And she said, we hung up the phone, and I'm like, but you gonna still stay with her though. So
Yeah.
what's gonna make her? So were you trying to make her do something? And by the way, that nigga ended up marrying her too. He ended up marrying that same girl. He about to get fleeced. But yeah, man. I was like, damn, yo, cause the thing is, and then I talked to her. I was like, yo, let me tell you something. You know, I know that nigga off YouTube. Like, I don't know him personally, but that nigga ain't like that. Like the Mike Epps John, that nigga ain't like that.
Nah, he was a piece of shit. Like motherfuckers didn't like. I knew that dude. Anybody who's been here since like 2.0 really knew how that dude fucking got down for real. Knew how grimy this dude was. Knew all of
Chameleon.
that shit. Like I don't give a fuck if the nigga's dead. I don't give a fuck about that. The problem is that people are seeing shit that wasn't there because they like the dude and they like what he was trying to do, but he was
They like
trying
the
to
fame
do
too. They
shit.
like the fame. They like the fame aspect. He blowing up. He blowing up,
Yeah,
and I want
but
parts.
but but it was the reset and the kind of fucking up of the space because everybody became a fucking social media management company because of that dude.
Yeah.
After that, like the manosphere was dead. Like once that dude blew the fuck up, like, hey man, the manosphere was over with.
Now,
Everybody wanted to leverage this relationship shit, and that's what the fuck it was gonna be, pretty
now
much.
the thing is that I do agree with Zero that basically he did have power. He did have power, but the thing is that I already saw what he was going to do with it from
Yes. He was
way
gonna have to
back
turn
then.
his back on men at some
He
point. He was gonna
he
have to turn his back on men. He was gonna have to turn his back on the passport bros. He was gonna because remember, females was his audience. There would be no fucking way this fucking passport bro shit would have took off with Kevin Samuels alive, man. There ain't dude.
it
He
would,
wouldn't be able to ride the middle of the wave on this shit, man. He wouldn't be able to do it.
and I'm skeptical with any. I'm skeptical with a lot of marriage niggas. I'm so skeptical with any marriage nigga that ain't married, yo. And then
Oh
after
yeah.
that, then the real game starts. Like let's see what type of relationship you got. Because honestly, majority of relationships that are online, I say 99% of them ain't worth shit. Because relationships are not supposed to be online.
Not at
Functional
all, man.
ones. Because your relationship is your relationship. The respect your woman is going to show you is that she don't want her face out there. She don't want her body out there. She don't want what y'all talk about out there. Like this is us. Because I want this is us. It's private. This is like kind of like nobody deserves these words but us. But basically, we're not supposed to be showing this to nobody. So him basically saying like trying to push these chicks to get married and package them off to American men, it's like okay,
Yes.
so this is not gonna work.
The
This is
thing
not gonna
was,
work.
man, he took a snake. He drew legs on the snake and gave the snake wings and fucking heat vision. It was gonna turn this woman loose to dudes who proclaimed that they was high value. Like what the like, oh my God, he's organizing car crashes and they don't even see that he's not even dating the crop of women that he's trying to fix up. It's kind of like a mechanic who's a BMW mechanic. Like, hey man, what kind of car you drive? Oh, well, sure, I drive a Honda. Wait a second. If you're a fucking BMW mechanic, shouldn't you be driving BMWs? Like, nah, man, I drive this. And it's like, Why? Because it's a better vehicle. So why the fuck did you get into fixing up a car that you know don't work? Like what the fuck? And it's like you got
Because it makes a lot of money.
yeah. It's like what the fuck? Like
Because it
this
makes a lot
person.
of money. It breaks a
That's
lot.
what. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Never and then never telling niggas the end goal. Like basically, majority of these women gonna be left alone,
Yes,
and
yes.
also if they're not left alone, you're gonna have to have basically a knife up to your relationship. Like basically, if this happens, I have to exit, or I have to have an exit plan because it's not. Basically, these women aren't cultured to be with you. They're not cultured
They're
to be
not.
with you.
They're cultured to be single with infinite bags of dicks. That's what they're cultured for. That's the lifestyle. The lifestyle is reach into the phone, dial a dick, dick come over, dick them down, dick out. Period. And if you, that's what it is. And once you just put it that way, it's a cultural problem. Wait, hold on a second. Let me get to this comment right here. King Hopetep. KS almost destroyed the space. No, KS actually showed what people was actually on. Obsidian is only now growing since his unfortunate passing. I don't. I think his numbers are growing, but you have to
Obsidian passed.
understand. No, 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 no. Fuck, man. Nah, nah.
Rumors.
No. It's just that he was saying that KS almost destroyed the space. No, KS showed what the space was actually on, and they was actually
Oh yeah.
organizing the shit behind the scenes for years. That they wanted to organize this shit behind the scenes. King Hotep, like Obsidian, O'Shea, Angerman, like they was all organizing this type of fucking shit, but behind the scenes for years before it actually fucking happened. And you have to understand that most of these dudes wanted this shit to go that way because when it came time for action, didn't nobody want to take action. Nobody want to take action because the next step is leave these motherfuckers alone, go get your motherfucking shit together, and leave these women alone. And there was a bunch of times where there was like leaving the women alone. No, we're not leaving the women alone. So I'm like, all right, man. Like these dudes want to die via Keisha, man. And I say, no. Sometimes, man, the crane ain't got the distance to fucking go down like Mount Everest. You know what I'm saying? Part of the shit is like not falling off Mount Everest or taking your ass up there.
Hmm.
But that's what it is, and it's like if everybody knew that's what the fuck these dudes was on, so why even come to a space like this? Why even change the space to a hangout point? Why even do that? Yeah, what's going on, Marco? Yeah, Marco right there. Wait, hold on a second, man. I gotta address Marco. Hey, man, you coming real close with that homosexuality shit, man. You coming real close, Marco.
What's homosexuality? I heard that word before.
No, I mean niggas who are in the feet, man. Like I don't get these homosexuals, man.
It's
Fucking
homosexual.
homosexuals are fucking weird. Telling telling women they got beautiful feet, man. Like nigga feet are not fucking beautiful, man. The fuck is that? What fucking niggas talking about?
Crazy, yo.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people
fucking
with foot fetish.
dumbass niggas, man. Nah, man. That shit is like nearly, nearly, nearly fucking grocery territory, man. Yeah, man.
You know what's
Let's keep.
weird? Foot like what is it? Not dermatologist, that's skin, right?
Yeah,
Um what's a foot doctor?
podiatrist.
Podiatrist. Podiatry work intrigues me. Like I watch videos on stuff like that, but I've never found feet attractive. Like to fix feet is like like basically it intrigues me. I like stuff like that. Like the doctor side of it, but like it's like the sexual part when people try to like they be licking feet and all like, like holding them like they're a beautiful face. I don't get that shit.
Man,
I
look,
don't get that. Yeah, it'll float
Melanie
your
had a
boat.
live stream where this dude was talking about how he like to pour like syrup and shit on feet, man. I wanted to punch that nigga in his fucking head, man.
On feet.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, ah,
Yo,
ah.
speaking of feet, real fast, this has nothing to do with that. I got a boy, right? and he was like, yo, he a 49ers fan. He like, yo, check this out. I got these 49er these what are the feet mats for your car? You know what I'm talking about? Like you
What's
put
that?
your feet on them when you drive,
Yeah.
like the rubber ones. And he a 49ers fan. I was like, yo, that don't make sense. He like, why? I'm like, so you gonna put your feet on the team you like? He like,
Yeah, man.
he stopped talking to me. I'm like, no, that don't make no. Shouldn't you have like Cowboys Johns where you put your feet at? And like, so you can stomp like you stomping dirt on the team you like.
So I'm like, yeah. What's going
Yeah,
on, spiritual life and hope? What's going on, man? Yeah, man.
yeah.
So all right. So the Kevin Samuels arc. Okay, so the arc was over, and then you had the dudes who left the Kevin Samuels arc, and they went over to, damn, somebody said her name before,
Well, I mean,
Melanie
it was like,
King. Shit, you know. Then you had the
yeah.
Melanie King arc.
Hold on. You got the MTR arc, yo. He grew up. He grew up pretty fast.
No, I mean,
Hurricane.
he's an SEO guy, so I expect for his channel to be good. I mean, I expect for his channel to be seen. I mean, if he was actually a dude who actually had that kind of skill, he would actually be doing stand up comedy or some other shit. You know, where he's actually putting himself in front of people. But whatever, it's yeah. I mean, but MTR channel been like that for forever, as long as I've known that he's been around
Hold
here.
on. I remember when he came out. I mean, when his stuff was on some, it was like Kevin Samuels with a girl sitting next to him. Like I remember
You
that.
talking about like the okay? So you talking about the live stream him,
The live
right?
streams. I remember he used to.
Okay.
I used to have boys that used to watch him. He used to talk about like I mean, well, he basically it seemed like he made his channel for men. To, when guys were making channels for men to expose women, all that shit. It was like he's one of us, and then that nigga started getting some money. He started timing niggas the fuck out in the chat. It's like he started
I mean,
timing
because he
super
immediately
chatters
got
out.
compromised, man. Yeah, I mean,
He's like,
because he
oh, whoa,
immediately
brother,
got,
the ladies, the ladies.
yeah, man. Because I had women who tried to come to my channel and do the same motherfucking thing. Not on live streams, but they was like, oh, well, you can, well, I can sponsor your show. And I'm like, okay, so what kind of show that you want to sponsor? We'll talk more about this. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. And I was like, well, why not? It's money. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's $1,000 a month. I'm not gonna just make live streams on bitch ass niggas all day, man. I'm not doing that. But that's what they wanted because they didn't want me to like make content about holding women accountable and stand the fuck away from crazy ass women either. But they don't get that I can see through that shit and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But like most dudes get their money and they go right there. And next thing you know, the money is controlling them. But like a lot of these dudes want to be in that position to be controlled by money. They want to be in that fucking position though.
my
And
my idea of what the man when I first came to this place, or would it develop to, I thought it would have developed to in my head, was the manosphere was a place for men to learn from other men
yes,
how to interact with the world,
yes,
make money, and live with
yes,
yourself and do better.
yes,
To do better, because men of all ages come together. Like I do this, I do that, I do this. I don't do this, I don't do that. We argue, whatever, and move on, and then basically trying to grow like a online community. That's what I
yeah,
thought it was. But then a lot of cats just took it as basically, oh, this is my way to come up and be
yes. That's what happened.
a talk show host and skew the truth, just like the people that we left. Like basically, a lot of cats
Yes,
ended up becoming just like the cats that we left outside of this place.
correct. That's exactly what happened. Like all these dudes became the dudes that we were trying to get away from. And that's what happened to to the actual space. And it's like you had people who was like proud dudes who were like coming here and who was like, "Nah, man, this space is it's for entertainment." And I'm like, these weak, whack, dumb ass motherfuckers want want to change the space into something else. Don't want to debate it with nobody. It just keep going with that. And people are like, "Oh well, well well, you're trying to do it for popularity. I'm like, nigga, popularity? Nigga, I'm in my 40s. What the fuck you mean popularity?
Yeah.
Like, bro, we here to fix shit. What the fuck you mean? Popularity means that nothing's getting fixed. That's what that means. So I'm like, hold on a second. You motherfuckers was here all this time to fucking be jacking the boxes on some bullshit. Like, man,
Yeah.
I think that's some hoe ass shit, man. I
I
do,
think it
man.
is
I think that's
too.
some hoe ass shit.
The world is lying. We just say men. I ain't gonna put black men on that. We are men, and the world is lying to us. We find a place where we can tell the truth to each other, and y'all want to revert it. Some cats that want to turn this shit back to what the world is on, yo. Like, you want to be that guy? And that's what Kevin Samuels was like. I
Yeah,
want to be
he
that
was.
dude that's gonna lie, that's gonna turn this shit into what the world was. Like, basically, this shit is a relief. Like, when I hear stories of cat, like, basically, honestly, truthfully, because before I was lying. No, seriously, truth. Like, this place was so therapeutic, and like even after, when I was talking on Zooms, like basically, I couldn't be in my house. I could not be in my house. I was paying rent there. I'm working. I could not be in my house,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had to find something productive to do. I walk. It's a low impact workout, and I was walking like I went and checked my phone back in 2021, 2021, 2021. I might have walked. I might have walked like 150 miles. I might have walked 150 miles when I was zooming, and that's what I start zooming during my live streams because I can't do nothing. I mean, I still got shit to do. I was at the time I didn't know it, but I was going through a depression because I didn't want to be in the home because I probably would end up killing myself because I'm like 'cause I lost my family. I still got goals I want to accomplish, and I couldn't be stagnant. And I just got some new homies to talk to. So I, without this place, I wouldn't have had that. I might have had the walks,
Nah.
but basically, I would have been. I had a missing piece to the puzzle because we all need mentorship from younger and older people or people from different places. So for me to come here and then try to become a talk show host
Yeah, that's some
and,
wild shit, man.
and a lot of people and basically you basically burning down what because the thing is I'm not the only me. That's another thing that I learned from Zero. He looks at people like basically like yo you just like him, you just like him, you just like him because it's a billion motherfuckers on this planet. People just come at different times. You're not the last one of yourself. You're not special. What I found out is that you're not special. You only become special when you realize you're not special
Oh
and you just
yeah.
work your ass off.
Yeah.
That's when you become special. Special. When you start thinking you special just for existing, you dead. So when I think about, I always just say this to Blaze and Smooth, whatever on the stream. I'm like, yo, there's a seventh grader listening to us talk on the internet in the middle of class. He's not listening to his teacher. So basically, like for me to come to a place where basically that helped me not delete myself and then try to burn it down after or bastardize the work after and then wouldn't let somebody else get the same information because that's what it all is. Because basically, if the world lying to you and you know it's wrong and you don't got nowhere to get information from, like you want to isolate yourself more. But if you have an oasis you can go to, that's a blessing. Because a lot of men didn't. A lot of men didn't before us. So that's why I kind of like I love the manosphere, the real manosphere,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
uh, the
yeah, man.
unlying manosphere and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like even the angry man to a point when he's not on some bitch ass shit. Like everybody has their moment when he's not being a bitch ass nigga, and that's what draws people in. And then they be like bitch ass mode, and then they like like basically I'm trying to shine, and then you be like damn you fucked it all up, and then you got the followers like yeah, he not fucking it all up. Look at him. He put the bells and whistles on because that draws in more people, and he just like yo we gonna do this. We gonna do this. Like okay, you show me who you are. But to my greater point is that man, this coming to this space. I will never disrespect this space, even if, even if, like I'll go get some wrong shit that it's on. But when people be like, "Yo, the man," like when I hear red pill and manosphere put in the wrong context, I always try to change it. Like, oh, what are you, what red pill you talking about? What manosphere you talking about? Like, because the thing is, because you basically you trying to lump in everybody together, and you don't know what you're talking about. Because it is some good information here, but it's just convoluted superly now. Because everybody's in this motherfucker now. Everybody's on it, and the thing is that it's so it's so big now to stop motherfuckers that's bigger than you by making them look stupid. Them niggas gonna ruin your life. Them niggas gonna ruin your fucking life. So you kind of gotta like stay away. Like like if you got niggas like big as like say like Corey Holcomb and shit like that, like these motherfuckers can't handle looking stupid. And that's
Yeah,
why
because here's the
Mansour was
thing.
so beautiful. You could be wrong
Yeah, I
about
mean,
something, then move on. You be wrong about
yeah,
something,
man.
people
Like,
like, oh, and they move on. Now it's like we got celebrities in here. You make the motherfuckers look stupid. They got legions of people coming after you. They gonna come after you. Try to get you fired from your job because everybody want to be the talking box.
yeah, it's just that spiritual logic whole said it, man. This space doesn't want men to improve, and it's like they they were using all the professional dudes who had their shit together to at some point dump all the motherfuckers who had their shit together off and be like, "Ta-da! We don't want you niggas getting your shit together. Here's all the fuckery. Here's all the hoes, and just eat up." You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, man. It's crazy, and it was kind of just weird that people would do that shit. And it would take a bunch of untalented motherfuckers with no type of career field to do that type of shit. It would take failed attorneys and all that type of stupid shit to do that type of shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the saddest thing is like improvement is like an individual. So it's like male improvement was on an individual basis, right?
Yeah, it is.
But being a bitch ass nigga is global. Where basically that'll get you attention, that get you money and shit like that. Male improvement will too, but you don't need it. Basically, attention will do more harm than good. And we live in a world that basically everything needs to be seen to an extent. But basically, they always will have the general audience. The flashiness will always have the general audience, and then once in a while you have a guy pop out of nowhere. Who's this guy? And make everybody look stupid. And then if he sticks around, they're gonna destroy his life, or he rescinds back into the shadows because he he doesn't want that type of attention.
Yeah, it's like
Men were
they
never supposed to be
know.
exposed like this. Men were never supposed to be in.
No,
Basically,
never,
we became
never.
women. Like basically, male growth was supposed to be an insulated thing that older men protected them by, basically like an incubation period. And then
Yes,
when they're ready, they attack the world, and nothing ain't changing their mindset. Of basically them succeeding forward. But when you got males basically being molded by basically like the internet, bitch ass niggas, women, and you gotta basically fight with the truth against a whole bunch of lies, and then you
yeah,
fight against the truth makes you a celebrity. That shit might compromise you if you're not on your shit, because everybody giving you love, and then if you say like you are on your shit, and basically your shit is the truth, like you gonna have to be going at it every day with the lies and shit like that, and then how are you improving? Because basically you just talking,
correct,
because you
man.
just talking, because you
Right.
can't. It's hard to talk and be working on your shit, or working on things that are important to help you have longevity in life. This shit
Yeah, man.
wasn't
Let me
like
read this super chat by Rocky, man. This is his once a quarter super chat. So I read it. Aegon and a handful of people as well listen to back then. I was working the graveyard shift. During those shifts, I figured out a lot of things and where I'm in a lot better position today. Dude, listen. If you've been in the manosphere, like the real fucking progressing, staying away from the fuckery manosphere, and you kept progressing, dude, you in a way better position than you was 5 or 6 motherfucking years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago, or how long your ass been here. Cause
Oh
like
yeah.
everybody in the private stream is growing, dude. All those people are growing. All those people have moved on to like different shit. All those people are doing different things with their life and doing very well at it. It's like, you come back here and people still trying to have conversations with women online just to be fucking popular, or saying stupid shit that Manosphere 2.0 is responsible for dudes getting passports. Just stupid shit. But at the end of the day, I'm serious. It was it, when people go out there saying that shit, man, that like like the men are responsible for Stacey Abrams not getting elected, but somehow the same men from the Manosphere didn't make sure Herschel Walker got elected. And then the men from the Manosphere went all the way to Chicago, re-signed up for voting, and made sure Lori Lightfoot didn't get elected. Like, you got dumb motherfuckers who are making all those twists and turns to try to make themselves look popular within the fucking YouTube space, and just trying to take credit for shit that they're not even responsible for. I think that shit's wild, man. Wild as
It's
fuck.
wild too.
And it's
The
coming from
sick.
one person. That's the crazy thing. It's coming from one person. Yeah,
It, it,
it's just that the Manosphere was a processing center, man. It helped you process what you was actually on in real life, man. That's what it was. It helped you process. Look, if you came here for progress, you're gonna be on the progressive channel. If you came here for fuckery, you're gonna be on the fuckery channel. You came here for conspiratorial bullshit, you came on those channels. You came here wanting to be some fake ass fucking conservative. Only when it came to not really liking the black community, that's what the fuck it was. All that shit, it was just a processing center of helping people find exactly who they were.
and on some real, and I thank it for that. Honestly, when I think about all the potential money making opportunities I let slip through my cracks that I never seen before in my life through this space. Like I remember this for instance, when COVID first cracked open, I'm over my mom's crib. Um at who's the airport rental company that went bankrupt? Was it Enterprise? Not Enterprise.
No, it wasn't Enterprise. They
The
consolidated.
they're
It was
yellow.
Hertz. Yeah, yeah,
Hertz.
Hertz.
Was it
Yeah,
Hertz?
Hertz. Yeah.
Hertz went bankrupt, right? They sold all their European and American, North American assets, right? They went from like $100 to 50 fucking cents.
Yes, they
My
did.
dumb ass, when the Black Brain Trust did that live stream on, they were at the dollar at that time. They went all the way down to 50 cents. I should have took my whole paycheck and bought that shit. I don't know. I think they're at like $18 now.
Yeah. God damn, they back.
And the thing is, they probably gonna go up because I always thought to myself, because I'm not even big in stocks, but I thought about how a company is. I was like, hold on, they're global. Global ain't U.S. and Europe. Global's everywhere. So they're still in other countries, and I know they're gonna make a bounce back. So 50
Yeah.
Cent, they gonna make a bounce, and they got automatic assets because they own cars. I'm
Hell
like,
yeah, bro. Like, dude, they had a ton of assets, but that stock price, man, it like okay, like here's a person who don't get any credit for what they're actually talking about. Judge Zilla, Judge Zilla was making. If you
oh
was
yeah,
following Judge Zilla's like investment advice, your ass came up during the fucking pandemic. You came up during the pandemic. You came up during the pandemic. Like Judge Zilla was talking about the AMC shit. I think about 3 or 4 months before Oheen was talking about it. And even Oheen came up with the fucking AMC shit. But Judge Zilla was on that shit like way before that, right? I'm talking about like in the back chats and like in the private Zoom shit. Judge Zilla was on that shit way before that.
in this space, niggas was on cryptos before the general shit, man, and it was like
Yes, yes,
they
they
was talking
was.
about
I mean,
cryptos, and then 6 months later, you hear about regular people talking about this shit. You like, wow, yo. Like, wow,
I mean, but I
wow.
have like whole cryptos. I mean, I had them, for a while, and I'm not getting rid of them. That's why I don't keep up with the price.
Uh, yo,
But
I almost fucking, yo, I almost fucking broke my iPad trying to get Coinbase on my phone. The way I heard the conviction in Thai City in Zero's voice, they was like, "Yo, you got what the fuck they say?" They was
yeah,
like, "You
man.
got
Thai
what,
City Zero, like Ohim, man, like don't.
I'm trying to think what was the crypto, and I own that shit. Um, the one that got the somebody gonna say it in the chat. The one that the SEC got a lawsuit against that slowed them down. There's crypto that the SEC put a case against and it slowed them down.
I
And it
forget
was
which one.
way
XRP.
before XRP.
Yeah, yeah,
They was
yeah.
like, yo, they're just talking about that shit casually. I'm in my mom's house. They're like, yo, you fucking cryptos? Yeah, I fuck cryptos. You got XRP? He's like, niggas choking on water. Yo, XRPs, yo, niggas about to get rich. Yeah. I'm like, I'm I'm like, whoa, what these niggas talking about? That I don't even play with XRPs, man. He was like, what you do when XRPs go down? Buy more. What you do when they go up? Buy more. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
smacking my iPad up. I'm like, Coinbase Pro, linking my bank account. I was like, oh shit, my nigga about to get rich. And then fucking like months, like months later, like 8 months later, the SEC things happen and shit like that, and then niggas' grandmoms is cryptoing.
Yeah,
This is the fucking uncle. This is what uncles should have fucking been. This
yeah,
space.
yeah. It should have been, and it's like,
What the fuck?
and it's like they find channels like mine after they get fucked over by the shit that they thought was the manosphere. And it's like, wait, hold on a second. So why do people got all those views? Because those people ain't gonna fucking change. Most of those dudes need a way station. It's kind of like a rest area on a long ass highway. The bathroom's there. There ain't another bathroom for another 50, 60 fucking miles. They know that you're gonna come there, you're gonna be there, that you're gonna have problems with the same shit, and they just hang you a bunch of fake ass solutions. And then you go try this shit in your real life, and you go fuck your life up. And then you have to go through a ton of counseling, and all of a sudden, the mind frame that you have after going through the shit, now you see somebody like, damn man, I could have just went straight to the answer. Like, yeah, man, but you didn't want to. No, you wanted to go through the fire first. You didn't want to, like, put all this dumbass experience to waste by like not using it. But that's what happened with people, man. And you kind of just gotta let them go there and do that shit.
Oh yeah. Also, let me take some steps back. Also, I'm a runner too. So same time I was walking, I was running, and when the pandemic happened, like the opening of the pandemic, like after it was done, I started running my first marathons, half marathons, and like 10 milers and 15Ks and whatnot. And I found out something when I'm running. You meet a whole bunch of people. Ain't nothing like runner's high. Ain't nothing like
Oh
runner's
yeah,
high. You probably get it in the military too. When it's like basically when it's 15 people running, it's a whole different ball game when it's like hundreds and thousands of people running at the same time. That shit make you
yeah,
feel like
it is.
it get primal. It get real primal. Like you don't want to be the first person to stop. Like you'll run till your fucking feet fall off. Um, People will come out, and this is a funny thing. I noticed this because I've been doing it for about 2 years now. Running companies start like the start of races at 7 o'clock in the morning, no matter what city it's in, 7, 8, or 9 in the morning. Everything shuts down about 2. So you got probably like 6 setups: 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's like about 9 hours. 9 hours. But the race ends before that. Sets up for that little bit. You got thousands of people coming to one spot that don't know each other,
Yeah.
but they all do the same thing. And they run for like say like 13 miles, right? They run for 13 miles. And what I noticed is that basically Everybody gets to the end, but you have to move your feet. It's like a metaphor for life. Everybody gets to the end, you have to move your feet, and you will be around your pack. Your pack will never leave you. And when I say your pack won't leave you, it's basically your speed. For some reason, it's weird when you're running races. The speed that you're running, you'll always catch up to people that are in the same speed range as you. And if you run faster than them, you're gonna end up slowing down and end up back with them too. So no matter where you could be in the front of the line of thousands of people, the back of the line, you're gonna end up with the same people that you're gonna run the whole race with the majority of.
Yeah.
And everybody's and then the thing is, it also taught me about this. Every race that I was in, somebody always paced me and somebody's always watched me. Where basically there'll be a person I can see in the corner of my eye that's moving off how I'm moving. And just basically like if I know where he's at, I'm good. And then at the end of every race, always a person that come knock me on my shoulder, but like, yo, I was watching you from back like what 20, 30 feet back. And same thing as patient, but like like yo, you really kept me going. Like you really kept me going. I thought and he's about to stop, and then I was like, you didn't, and you kept going. And then I do that to people too. I do that to people too because there's a feeling you get when it's like you like 9 miles in. Because most people, there are professional runners, but there's most people that basically are like regular people that just do this shit for because they love the run or they love the competition of it. And basically, you're trying to run your best time or run the best way you can. And it's a point when you're like 9 miles, 10 miles in, where basically you like 3 more miles to go, nigga, and you want to stop, but you can't, or you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
And you find other inspirations, or basically you go, you find what you're really made of, and that's like a good metaphor, like for life when like shit getting hard. And I always try to find, and that's what kind of and that's self improvement, like a real self improvement of what the manosphere represents. Basically, reading certain books, um, talking about your problems, with certain people. You don't want to get exposed out here because niggas is crazy. But
Yeah. Yeah. They are, man.
reading, reading certain books, getting your money up, um, go see a psychologist if you can. Um, talking about things that you don't think that are right, or you do think is right. Listening to people. Don't The best thing about the group of people that I met off the internet, um, MOT, Lawrence, Eisen, Blaze, Smooth, Rocky, Nimblement, Jessica, Sister George, Zero,
Jessica.
Jessica Prophet, um, and I'm missing some other people. Jessica Prophet,
Checking for you, CC.
checking checking for you, CSIT, um, my boy from Kansas City, rest in peace to Blase. That's another thing. We have cats pass away in here. I think Blase passed away. Did you know who he is?
Oh, who's that?
He Ivory Coast cat. Ivory Coast cat that lived in Oklahoma City. I think he passed away.
Really?
Him, yeah.
When?
I don't know. I think Smooth. He had a he had a problem with seizures. He had epilepsy or something. Damn, I sound like I
Oh
got
shit.
epilepsy. Saying epilepsy, but yeah. With all the cats that I met, some real like the one thing I always say about none of these people are yes men. None of these people will. If they disagree with me, they disagree with me, and I love that shit. I love people. Mike V, Complex, fantastic. They're people that basically you talk to, and basically they'll tell you how they feel, and basically we go at it or we don't. We talk about things, and basically it's hard to get genuine conversation out of humans these days.
Oh
And I,
shit, that dude. Seriously? Holy shit.
yeah, Smooth said he
Now
checked
that
his
you spelled
Instagram
it
or his
out.
Facebook.
Yeah. Holy shit, man. Yeah, African dude. Yeah, Ivory Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and
Oh
life is
shit.
short, man. And COVID proved it. Like life is short. If it was a real or if COVID was real or a hoax or whatever, man, it still didn't change that fact that life is fucking short. And you don't know what's motherfucking gonna go. And to have people around you that's willing to disagree with you because they really, genuinely, honestly feel that way, and
Yeah.
you could talk and then still be cool the next day, that's not nothing to play around with. It's nothing to play because basically that's what a family is supposed to be. But I don't know what the fuck happened to family in this country where you just because my family full of fucking lies and fakeness, man. And it's like I love
Nah,
them.
man, because everybody just became individualistic and they lost that shit. And this is why you got immigrants who can come over here and work as a group and they slaying this shit because they doing the shit like how America was meant to survive as a group. America is really not meant to survive as a fucking individual.
Not at all. Not at
Nah,
all, yo.
it really ain't made for like. I mean, we have to make it as individuals because we ain't got people that we can trust like that. But
Yeah.
America, like the country, is not set up for you to be the individual doing no shit like that.
It
It's
never
just not
was,
that way.
man. It never was. That's why millionaires have non-profits. That's why fucking
Shit, I'm about to open me up some. Go get all this fucking homeless money. That's
man,
right.
it's
You
not
niggas
meant
don't
to
want to get
be.
this shit together. All right, man. Don't worry about it.
And the thing is, why do it as an individual? I mean, if you have to, you have to. That's a lot of stress. It's
I mean,
cool
you
to
have
have
to
the
do it as an
abilities.
individual for a while, man, because everybody ain't got that work ethic.
True, true. Well,
Or
I'm saying like it is cool to do it. I'm saying like basically, if you don't have to, and you like have that family backing, and like you don't come from a family of bitch ass niggas, or like the people around you are like good, trustworthy people. Why not share the burden? You know, why not share the burden? Why stress yourself out so hard and like know everything? But that's not everybody is individualistic. You can't one person to get a girlfriend and ruin everything.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's up with me these days? I had a son in December. I just recently
yeah,
moved. I got with. Let me back up. Damn. I met
yeah.
this
Freshly
girl.
moved, man. Freshly
Yeah.
moved, man.
I met this
Yeah,
girl about a year ago. It really was a year ago. We actually met on the day my son. No, we actually went on our first date the day my son was born. We went roller skating out in Jersey, and we very similar in personality. We work out together. We was at Lifetime expensive ass fucking facilities for about a couple months. We ran marathons together, ran some runs together, looked a lot of the same stuff. We just clicking hard. She got three daughters. Fuck her oldest two. The youngest, me and her youngest, I coach her basketball team. She is a very unique girl. When I met her, she was like, "Well, I'm gonna give you a year to when I'm gonna say I'll give you like a year to when I can trust you. I can be cool with you." And she's like 8 years old, and I'm like, "Okay, cool with that." I was like, "Hold me to that," and I want you to do that to everybody else. That's a good vetting process. So she vetted me for a while. Now we tight as hell. I train her. I be like discipline her, not touching her, but like discipline her, and like she get upset, still love me like 10 minutes later. I'm always coming at her neck. She not a bitch ass kid. Actually, a tough girl. She's a tough feminine girl. Like her and my daughter go at it over being jealous over liking me. Um, and then the funny thing is, my daughter's weird. Like she'll be like, "Yo, like I want my dad to myself," and then when we chilling, she want to be around her. Like she loves being around her. She just want me to herself. Um, yeah. So end up getting her pregnant. We did a lot of stuff together. Baby shower, all that shit. Um, Still got the She hasn't proven herself to be a reptile yet. Actually, she's very attentive. She's very attentive. She's very attentive with business shit and juggling multiple plates. Like that girl has hooked me up with lawyers.
hey
Um,
man, that's the type of connection you need, man.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, social
Yo,
butterfly with the motherfuckers who got power, man. That's some good shit, man.
yeah, she went to school in New York. She knows a lot of people from a lot of places. She do networking events and shit like that. Yo, and let's get into the fuckery. My ex ain't start tripping till we got serious. My ex is on some wild shit right now. We be having like custody hearings. She be talking over the mediator. Like, I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to that.
Bruh, are you serious? Like,
My ex is fucking dog,
bro, bro,
dog.
that's how you lose them fucking cases, man.
Now if you're a
Doing that
woman, but
type
I'm
of
saying,
goofy ass shit.
dog. Last custody hearing, right? Last custody, I had an emergency joint because I had to move, right? So I got a lawyer. Then my ex is a lawyer, but she got a lawyer to represent her. I swear it was some homeboy management type shit because the way he was acting. So the mediator was like, "Everybody leave the room. Everybody leave the room." I come back in. No. The lawyers tell me like, "Yo, okay, so you gonna get your daughter this day, this day, this day, and you gonna give this day." And I'm like, "Fuck! I want my daughter every weekend." But she's like, "You just moved. You gotta take baby steps, and she's gonna fight you if you try to get your daughter every weekend." I'm like, "Shit, but you can have her every week on the sun on the in the summertime." I'm like, "Shit, that's not enough time. I want more." But I'm like, she's like, "Baby steps, baby steps," and like she's like kind of telling me after I can tell your ex ain't going. She gonna either give up her days or she gonna crack. Because the one thing that men with kids out there, you gotta realize, custody orders do not help women, yo. They are the
No, they
best
don't.
things to hold bitches. Women don't like rules.
No,
So
they
you
don't.
thinking like basically, I get a custody order, man. Fuck this bitch control shit. Nope, she can't hold it. If you want to be around your kids, she gonna fuck up. Because women want to do what they want to do, and the custody orders tell them like, no, bitch, you gotta be here, and then they gonna end up fucking up. Documented, fuck up, documented. Next time I got a custody order, your lawyer knows about it. Lawyers talk to the judge, the mediator, and shit. Well, we heard that you did this, and you ain't bring, and then like, and yo, they start ruling in your favor and shit. So
I
custody
got my
orders to
brother
help
on that
you.
shit actually, man. I got my brother on that shit after hearing like I have a homeboy who I was a cop with like way, way, way back, and he's like a big time attorney. He fucking like turned around and motherfucking contacted me. I'm like, oh shit. They're like, oh yeah, I'm an attorney. I looked him up. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, he's a divorce attorney, but he's one of the good ones. Who
Hmm.
tell you ass not get married and all that kind of shit. So yeah, man, he told me like all this shit to do, and I gave the information to my brother and shit. Yeah, it helped him out a lot, man.
All day, all day, man. So yeah, so we leave the room. They talk. The attorneys and the media talk. We come back. Okay, so we decided to have Mr. Aegon have his daughter on Fridays, bring her back Monday mornings. Is that everything? Is that good? Because my lawyer told me, her lawyer's supposed to tell her. She like, no, I didn't agree to that. I didn't agree to that. Mediator, like, mediator and my attorney, like, what? Mediator, like, yo, hold on. Talking to her attorney, like, you didn't talk to your client about that? Oh, I did, but we didn't agree to that. They
What?
like,
In the
attorney, my
middle of the
attorney,
mediation?
in the
What?
middle of the mediation, she was like, hold on. Mediator, like, yo, I just had the people leave. I just had them leave, and we all talked. We all agreed to it. How the hell does his attorney know, and I know, but you don't know? And he like, no, he said, and then she like, I didn't agree to that, and she's talking over people. I didn't agree to none of that. The attorney, and she went back. She was like, attorney, did you not tell your client what we agreed to? He was like, I did, but we didn't agree to that. She was like, we're gonna take 5 minutes. Took 5 minutes. I walk outside the room. My attorney called me. She was like, yo. She was like, that might be her boyfriend, yo. Yeah. She might be her boyfriend, yo. And I was like, okay. I'm like, I was like, it do seem like something she does know. So we come back in the room. We all talking. She's like, so do we agree those days? Yeah, I agree those days. But he gotta do this and he gotta do that. Acting stupid. Start bringing up my girl into this shit. They're like, yo, so when Aegon drops off his daughter, what time? He's like, we're gonna do it like 7:30. Okay, so if Aegon is at work, who can take him? I'm like, my girl could take her. No, we don't want any third parties there. Da-da-da. This is what she's saying. We don't want any third parties there. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh shit. And then the mediator's like, he has work. No, I don't want any third parties there. Is the child in danger? I don't want any third parties there. Just ramming on. She was like, people have work. She's not. She can be she can be his guardian. She can be her guardian just to drop her off. I don't want that. I'm like, wow, wow. My attorney like, yo, she not over you. she,
What it is, man? Because like like attorneys come in and they pretty much it's kind of like a lunch date, but they are there for their quote unquote client and shit. That dude didn't know anything about the fuck was going on. He was just there, just let her run her fucking mouth. He didn't know any particulars about the case, nothing. Nigga just being surprised about everything, man. That's what it was, man. That's what it
dog.
sounds like.
I'm like, yo, I was like, and I was trying to be cool. I was trying to be like proper with my attorney after we was all done. And I was like, yo, we got a term for what we just saw right there. And it's like, nah, it wasn't like cordial. And then she was like just nodding her head. And I was like, we call that homeboy management. My attorney started fucking dying. Like he just started fucking dying at the term homeboy management. I was like, yeah, it seems like that's the type of shit they was on. But yeah, but she been wilding ever since me and especially when
No, man, it's the fact that you moved on and you're fucking happy, man. That shit wasn't supposed to happen. You were supposed to be single dude, fucking sexually frustrated. I mean, 'cause that's like a lot of what these people be on. They really get
she
off on you not being fucking happy, and the fact that you moved on
that
right
shit
away
weird,
to a
yo.
better situation, and they ain't trying to hear that shit. You supposed to
She
be
yo
single forever. That's why they gave your ass up in the first place. Not so that
yo
way you can move on to some better shit, man. They ain't trying to hear that shit.
dog. When my two things. When my daughter told this is my well, I'll say this first. My my, she's dating somebody new because my daughter told me, and I'm like, okay. So I text her. We had this app. I text her. No, not text her. I hit her on the app because we don't talk to each other in person. We don't talk to each other at all. Communicating. I'm like, yo, who's this new guy around my daughter? Because she met my girl the first month that we were dating. Like, I actually met her from the same cheer gym my daughter was going to, and she was like, yo, you'll meet him when you meet him. Yada yada, all this other stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you met my girl the first 2 weeks. And like, and you got this dude around my daughter. I don't know who he is. Like, yo, this came kind of weird and shit like that. So I still never met this cat. Don't know who the fuck he is. There's no one name. Even my daughter, I told my daughter that when next time she see him on FaceTime, whatever, ask him what's his first name, what's his last, ask him what his last name is. She know his first name, but I'm like, last name. I, she was like, well, I did it. My mom told me to stay in the child's place, and then even her
What?
fucking, she told her to stay in the
What?
child's place, and even her cousin told her she need to be in the child's place. Like her cousin back in West Virginia. It's a lot of it's a lot of women that been acting weird over when I moved on with my new shorty. My mom been acting weird because she's cool with my ex somewhat,
You
and
want to
it's
know why?
like,
You want to know why? I'll tell
why?
you why. Because they already know how they're going to expect you to turn out. That shit's already been discussed with all them women, man. It's already been discussed. Like they already have discussed this shit between each other. Like how this shit was gonna turn out. And when you totally did the U-turn and moved on to a better fucking situation, it doesn't matter. You turned out better in a better fucking situation, and that wasn't supposed to happen because they already discussed how things were quote unquote gonna go down. It's fucking stupid as shit, but yeah,
Damn, this
yeah,
shit fucking
yeah, man.
nuts,
Like
yo.
you didn't go as expected.
I didn't, man. I was like, and the second thing I was gonna say was that my daughter's when she told, um, she knew that she was pregnant. Like my ex, because my daughter keeps me updated. Like I don't ask her to, but basically, like, cause she's been put my daughter through a lot of stress. Like basically every time she comes home from every time she comes from my house or my girl's house and goes back home, she'd be like nailing her down with questions, asking her what happened, what'd you do with this,
Come on,
all,
man.
all the dumb shit. So she was like, my daughter would tell me, she was like, my I told my mom that let's call her Miss Sally. I told my mom that Miss Sally had the baby, and she started crying, and mommy started crying, and then my sister overheard it. She started crying too, and I'm like, the fuck? They didn't want
What?
to listen. I'm like, why they? And I'm like, okay. And then I
That's
talked to
some
my,
emotional type of man. That's some man in front of a child, man. Like, bro, that
and she be saying wild shit in front of my daughter, like basically,
no,
like, how do you
that's
feel?
some weird
She
shit,
she be asking her questions like this, like, yo, so how do you feel that your dad is moving on with another family? I'm like, what?
whoa, whoa, whoa. She asked her that.
She asked her that. My
Come
daughter
on,
said that
bruh.
shit,
Like,
and I'm like,
how old is she?
10.
Why the fuck would you ask a 10-year-old a question like that, man?
How do you feel that your dad is moving on
God
with his new family? I'm
damn,
like,
bro.
moving on? Like, she's a part of this family. What the fuck you mean? You're not. The fuck, you're not. But like, she is like doing dumb shit like that. Doing dumb shit like that. And I'm like, okay. And the
I give you
funny
the start of
thing,
that motherfucking Captain America and Bucky Barnes, man, versus Iron Man, man. With the shield, man.
basically, basically. So one thing that my girl said to me when she first met my ex, 'cause she met her 2 weeks into after we started dating. We started dating each other. She was like, because she came over her house. She actually came over her crib. She came over her crib, got like talked to her and all that stuff because we dated each other and our kids were around each other because they was at the same cheer gym. Actually, her middle child and my stepdaughter and her were on the same team, and my youngest and her middle child they all knew each other because they kind of like similar in personality, kind of like they're good kids and they already was cool with each other. So my ex goes to her crib, they chilling, whatever, they talk. I'm at work. Ex leaves. Girl calls me, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" She like, "What do you think happened?" That's another thing my girl does that pisses me off. So she, she fucking plays it. She want to see what I'm fucking thinking. I don't know why, but that's just annoying sometimes. But back to a greater point. She says, "What do you think happened?" I'm like, "I don't know." She was like, "Yo, your ex is gonna be a problem." I'm like, "Why?" She like, "Because when I brought you up, she was like, you can have him. You like, I don't care. You take him. You can be with him. I don't care. Like, I moved on. Like, I'm
Fuck
doing
out
other
of here,
things and
man.
shit like that." And she was
Bro,
like,
listen, man. When women say shit like that, man, they be like, man, don't take that nigga. Leave him alone. Let him
"You,
suffer and
you can have.
starve.
You can." She was like, "Yo," she was like, "I've known you for about 3, 4 weeks now. I've been around your kids. Been with you. We took trips together." And she was like, "You're a good dude." And whenever I hear about good dudes and they girls, because like she got a whole bunch of dudes in her family. That's another thing about her. There's a whole bunch of men in her family. Whenever a good dude breaks up with a chick and the girl don't want him and she all, I don't want you, all that stuff, she about to make life hard for you.
Then
And
a
I'm
motherfucker.
like, and this is my answer. This is my response. No, she not. She don't give a fuck about me. She dating other niggas. She don't give a fuck about me. Like, she
Man,
moved
look.
on.
Man,
Dog,
look.
this bitch been crazy. This
Yeah, man.
bitch been. It's actually kind of funny too, but I don't care. But it is kind of funny. It is kind of
Yeah,
funny seeing her
man.
suffer, but it's kind of I
Round
don't.
one of hard head bitch management, man. Aegon, step up to the plate.
The only part, I mean, the biggest part that pisses me off about it is how my daughter's being mistreated. Because basically, I got to
Yeah,
do double the work when I
you
get her.
can't
Like
really
basically,
stop that shit either, man, because that's another fucking human being who's choosing to kind of be that way with your fucking daughter when she ain't got to be. Like, that's
right,
some extra ass shit that just don't need to be fucking happening, man.
right. Like she vapes a lot, and like Like when my ex was with me, she was bigger. She got smaller because she smoked a lot, right? My daughter has getting bigger because she eats the wrong foods when she's around her. And I'm like, how the
Oh
fuck is she
shit.
getting bigger and you getting smaller? So when she around me, I'm working her out. We
She don't
started
make her
swimming
work
about.
out or nothing.
She's not an athlete. That was my fault. Never get with a girl that's not an athlete or ex-athlete or work. Never, to the young guys out there or whatever. Anybody do not. That shit is a hell no. That shit is a super red flag. That she ain't gonna do shit after you have a kid. If she don't do shit before you kid, if she's not gonna work out before she got a kid, she ain't gonna work out after. Man, that's the man. God,
Dudes be on this bullshit about, yeah, man. Just marriage is just gonna fix all these fucking flaws.
fuck,
Man, get the
fuck
fuck out of here.
no. That
It
shit
ain't
just put
gonna
a
fix a
spotlight on that
damn
shit.
thing. Yeah.
Fuck no. So I gotta do double the workouts with her. And then the thing is that as soon as she go back to her mom, everything resets. Everything resets, and like she's not losing the weight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I work her out hard as shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They're like, yo, you gotta chill out, yo, because you gonna frustrate yourself to death because her mom was working against her, and and I'm like, yo, like this ain't even about us. This about her. It's about our kid. Like, and she coming back like basically the doctor said she a healthy weight. The doctor said that this. And I'm like, shut up, bitch. Like, how
Man,
the
the
fuck?
fucking doctors to tell you anything to get the fuck out of the office,
Yeah,
man.
they
They
don't give a
they ain't
fuck
trying
about
to.
us.
The doctor says a healthy way, man. Get the fuck out of here.
The
Yeah,
doctor
as
said, get
long
the
as your
fuck
ass
out the
ain't dying, them
office.
doctors don't care, man.
Doctor says you paid me $3.25 this morning. Get the fuck out. Like that's what he said. Like yeah, but that's a sucky thing. Relationship with my stepdaughter, there is none. There is none because uh man, that girl don't give a fuck, and I'm not raising a kid I have no power over. And
Man,
the mom is on some dumb shit. Like I care about her. I can't. I kind of do miss her. At the same time, as that I can't raise a kid I don't got no power of, and the mom is appeasing the bullshit. I can't. I can't. And she like this girl was like sneaking boys over the house, that type of shit, and she a
where
teenager,
the
and I'm
fuck
like,
she even learn that type of stupid shit from, man?
no, probably her mom. Probably her mom, man. I don't fall
Jesus
too far from the
Christ.
tree, so on that type of dumb shit, and like she don't give this girl. When I say don't give a fuck, this girl don't give a fuck. This girl don't give a fuck and a half. She don't give a fuck and a half. Or she, or I mean, maybe she do now. I ain't talked to her in a minute, but yeah, she don't give a fuck, and I bowed out because I'm like I'm end up either killing this girl and going to jail, and I'm not gonna get disrespected, not in front of the youngest, because the youngest is my biological, and the youngest is my biological, so I'm like no, I just slid away from her because she keep lying and doing wild shit, and her mom was appeasing it, and things went for the better, honestly, spending less money, shit like that, um, still raising her sister. Um, is there feelings? It is. At the same time, it's like I did what I could do. I did what I could do. I'm happy. Like when the kids resisting you, that's one thing. When the kid and the parent is resisting you,
Oh man,
it's like
good
it's like
lord,
fuck out of here. You want me?
bro.
I seen
Yeah.
this story before. Fuck out of here. Now my biological, I can't lie. My biological, I kind of would damn here. I'm putting hands on people for that shit. The biological, I put some. Yeah, I'm putting people through tables before I quit my youngest. I'm putting, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Put hands, but her I just had to let that shit go. But honestly, I've been fucking happy as shit for 2022. That year was popping, yo. I seen fucking Stephanie Mills in concert, Freddie Jackson unsinging ass, next corny asses. I went to concert. It was Drew Hill, and next came was before them. Next was
Bruh,
the time.
you went to a Drew Hill concert?
Hold on, whoa. You acting like
What?
you. Drew Hill like one level from fucking Elton John. Like that's royalty
Nigga,
there,
get
yo.
no, no, man.
It's like, hold on, Drew Hill like one level from Michael
Nigga, a
Jackson.
Drew Hill concert.
It's like 7 of them
What?
niggas now. Drew
Okay.
Hill's like
All right,
Drew Hill's to the point where they got so many members. They like the at the Chinese fucking New Year parades with the long dragon with the 80 niggas with the legs poking out. That's how many members they got now. Bing, 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 bing. Oing, 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 oing. It's mad niggas. They're like the Power Rangers, yo. That Drew Hill
Okay.
pops was popping, dog. Don't hate.
All right, man. So, how much did you pay to get into this Drew Hill concert, man?
I think it was like maybe 40 a ticket.
All right, okay, all right, man. $40. All right, okay, all right.
40 a
If you would have
ticket?
said
Yeah.
like some $80 shit, man, I'm
Fuck
like,
out
nigga,
of here.
$80 for fucking Drew.
Hold on, that's worth it. Hold on, stop. We ain't doing that.
Nah,
You
nigga, like
don't fuck with the Hill?
$80 for Drew Hill,
So
bruh.
who'd you hold on, hold on,
Eighty
hold on. Let's
dollars
back it
for
up.
Drew
Who
Hill.
would you pay $80 for?
I mean, like $80 is like Chappelle tickets, man. Chappelle tickets like $80.
I'll I'll say I think I might say like Drew Hill might be more fucking entertaining than Chappelle, yo. You got
Man, this nigga tripping, man.
you got
Drew
Cisco
Hill
the
is more
Dragon.
entertaining than fucking
Hold
Chappelle.
on.
All
Let's
right,
break
all
it
right, man.
down. Cisco the
Yeah, please
Dragon.
do. Okay,
Cisco the Dragon. Nokia
okay.
producer. Woody from Toy Story. Jazz the fat nigga. You can't beat it's Drew Hill. You- two classic albums. Two classic albums, yo. Like they was the reinvention that they would. I could say Drew Hill better than Jodeci.
Nigga, bro, man. Now you, no, man. Just keep going, man. Keep going, man. This nigga tripping, man. No, man. Just keep going, man. No, let's just see how far you gonna take this shit, man. Okay, so he's better than Chappelle. No, he's better than motherfucking Jodeci. No, nigga, go ahead, man.
But I would say honestly that um KC stole Cisco style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, this dude's tripping, man. Uh, KC stole Cisco style. Like both of the niggas is like 5'1".
Yeah. Yo, Cisco was wilding. That nigga be doing handstands during the performance. He got like his own custom.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
that dude is a performer, dude. That dude is a performer. I seen him during somebody else's concert, and I'm like, is that Cisco?
doing
Like, yeah, that's it.
handstands.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah,
Man, that nigga, yeah. Know the little microphone on and shit. I'm like, man, this little nigga's getting
yeah. He
down,
got a
man.
custom mic with the dragon on it. That shit kind of corny. That shit like a fucking Burger King cup, yo. And them fucking them cups that you get from like Burger King and McDonald's. Got like a long ass fucking dragon on the side of it and shit.
Damn.
Ugh.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
I'm talking about Chappelle tickets from like 5 or 6 years ago. Not like Chappelle tickets like right now, nigga. Shit, Chappelle tickets right now like $300-400.
Damn.
Yeah, it is, man.
He probably ain't talking about shit either, yo. Oh, I like Bill Burr.
I can see Cisco doing that jumping 10 feet vertical. Damn it.
Sliding and shit. Whoa.
Yeah, man. You catching some heat for that better than Jodeci shit, man.
Hold on,
I think you
I got
tripping,
one
man.
gripe. I got one gripe with the Drew Hill concert. Niggas was fucking. Niggas was doing their own thing on the classics, yo. Niggas was doing They got like 7 members now, so I guess the Green Ranger did the
Hold on a
fucking.
second. What? 7 members is part of that group now?
Yeah, you got okay. Nokia's not with him no more, so that takes away four. Takes away one. So you got three. I mean, you got three, right? They got a new member that joined the group with the third album. So that's back to four, right? Do you
Yeah.
remember a group that used to be with Timbaland, Missy, Aaliyah, Genuine? It's called Player. They from
Yeah,
Virginia.
I think he came out with like an album and then he just disappeared, man.
It's two dudes. Player. They joined Drew Hill. So that right now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's six. Then a new young cat joined. So that's seven. So it's seven niggas in Drew Hill
Come
now.
on, man. Are you serious?
Seven niggas in Drew Hill now. They actually line up like the Power Rangers too.
Yeah, he
Like
said
Cisco in the front
his
with
name was
bowling.
Static Major. Oh, Static Major died. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Static Major was a member of Play. I think it was three of them, but he's a great producer too. But the two dudes from Play had joined. So they was doing five steps, right? And I'm like, yo, this my shit, yo. It's my shit. So they let a new nigga sing that shit. He was like, I don't know. I'm like, okay. I'm like, he fucking up the hits, but he gonna bring it back around. How much longer for you? I'm like, I said this shit loud. I'm like, he fucking up the hits. He fucking up the hits. I, I was so mad, yo. I was fucking pissed, yo. Like you're not gonna do your own thing, yo. Sing that shit how it is on the album, yo. US version, yo. We ain't doing that, yo. Nigga trying to get signed and shit, yo.
Eminem said seven niggas and split $40. That's why them big ass groups never made no sense to me, man. I'm like, bro, you niggas are already not getting paid. Now you gotta split this shit seven ways on top of not getting paid, man. The fuck is going on with
Not
these
getting
niggas?
paid divided by seven.
Man, like what the fuck, man? Like, bro, they know, like
You gotta split the chitlins up, yo.
that's what I'm like. Yeah, but it's just like Marco said, man. Pass the mic. You can't afford, all the mics on the stage.
Man, they got fucking
Oh shit.
seven niggas on stage with seven microphones looking like a Knights of the Republic battle and shit. Like niggas can't stand too close to each other. You get the
That's what I'm
that
saying,
fucking
man.
the sound engineer fucking sweating, turning the mics up and down and shit. That nigga like up. Nigga pop out of nowhere, gotta put his shit up. The other nigga shake shit down. That shit funny as shit,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, man. Cynical one said, "Niggas making minimum wage on
They be like, at the end of the show, like,
Oh man,
we'll be down the street at the bar. Whatever, at your local bar singing too. Like, trying to maximize, do 3 shows a night and shit.
nah, man. I mean, like, these niggas gonna be at the check cashing place tomorrow, bro. Cashing that $450 Chizak, man. After
Them niggas,
what I'm saying, putting the work in.
them niggas using the fucking tour bus to the ultimate capacity ability, yo. Like, niggas got the niggas in tour bus. They in them fucking fucking Fifth Element fucking niggas in them pods, yo. Niggas in saying space pods, going to fucking concerts, yo.
Marco said, man, like they had t-shirts with their cash apps on it.
I don't know how much longer you're gonna be here, so hit my cash app, girl.
Hit the fucking cash. I know you paid for these tickets, but I'm better than the rest of these niggas. Hit my cash app.
That's a lot of members, yo.
Oh man, seven people in a group. Like, bro, gotta, you niggas are not getting paid, man.
No
Why on
instruments,
earth would you
yo.
want to
All
do that?
mics.
Man, you got one dancing ass nigga on stage. Pretty much it's a stage presence for everybody else because he's a pure performer. And the rest of you motherfuckers with mics and just fucking singing into the mic, man. That shit's great. I'm still not gonna let you lay that down that they better than fucking like Casey and JoJo, man. Like
I
you,
was fucking around. I was trying to defend him, yo, because you
yeah,
disrespected.
yeah, of
I was trying
course,
to defend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that shit's
No,
crazy.
fucking Jodeci is the main reason why half the niggas in Florida named Devontae.
Oh yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
this shit's crazy.
Um. Trying to
So what's
think. Is there
next
anything
for the
else?
Aegon, man? To 2023, man. What,
2023.
what, what
Fucking
yeah. And what you
crack.
doing big this year,
Learning about
man?
these. Man, learning about these government contracts. Trying to pay for this house. Getting my skills up. Coaching. Coaching. Coaching
Yo, what
softball.
sport? Softball. What else?
Softball now. Still coaching basketball. I'm about to bust these coaches' fucking asses in all sports, yo. Yo, man, I
So
got
you
the
just
coach.
coaching to be coaching, right? You just
No,
coaching to
no,
be
that's
coaching.
specific. I mean, I love basketball, and I love baseball, but I like baseball, but I fell back in love with the sport again when my girl's youngest played softball naturally, and naturally, but she played since she was 4, and I trained her, and I fall in love with the drills, man, and man, man clinics, man. If you want to be a coach, them clinics is like cheat codes to making a good team. Like basically what drills to
Clinics.
run.
Like
Clinics,
what you talking about?
like basically like workshops kind of. Like you
Oh,
get a
okay,
whole
okay,
bunch of
okay, okay.
kids and bring them together to do
Workshop.
drills and shit. And basically like a lot of the top coaches in respective sports come around like professional and college and they tell you like the drills they do and talk about like what makes a good coach, shit like that. And it's like YouTube, man, really opened up my world to that shit. And learning how to read lies and reading like what make I just watched it. My boy just sent me a video on Dabo Sweeney, the
Oh,
coach at
really?
Clemson. Yeah, I fuck with coaches no matter what sport it is, cause you're not playing a sport, and there is such thing as like a great coach. So basically, to not be able to perform a sport, but then teach somebody else how to do it, to actually perform to the highest ability is an art, and I love that shit. And I love that have an athlete here and then take him up here. And I love the competitiveness in this, man. I used to be at basketball games going buck. I could watch D2 D3, especially live. Man, man, I'll be wiling. Your boy be wiling at basketball games. Don't let me go to your high school basketball. Yo, they be inbounding the ball. I be sitting sit on the sideline and shit. Be at a basketball game. I'm like, yo, 22 be inbounding. The ref don't pass on the ball yet. I'm like, 22. Yo, 18 baking the shit out of you, dog. I won't curse, but I'm like, 18 is he yeah, yeah, 18 baking you. He dropping you in the grease, my guy. Like, yo, it's getting crazy out here. We betting how he about to drop. My boy said he about to drop 18. I'm saying 21. He not even sweating yet. Man, he inbound that ball. They pass that ball back to 22. He ain't listening to no plays the coach called. Like he going he trying to destroy homie. Throwing up madness. He make it. Whap. He look back over us. I'm like, okay, I see you. Then 18 coming. I'm like, 18, you better give it back to him. You pass this ball, yo. You scared. They start dribbling harder. Yo, that shit fun as hell. I be amping them kids up, yo. I be
So when you
amping
get
that
in that
ass.
minivan, man. So when you get in that
Minivan.
minivan. Yeah, man.
No, we
Or
got
else that fucking
CUVs.
SUV.
We got CUVs. We good. We good. We good. We good. No sedans over here. No sedans over here. Yeah, man. Well, I found out, man, a whole bunch of coaches are just managers. They're not really like coaches. Like, you know what I'm
No,
saying? Like,
man, they're like booster club niggas, man. They ain't no fucking
basically,
coach.
yeah, basically like teachers that run a team. Like, basically, well,
Yeah,
not
guess
teachers.
what? Look, man, that's exactly what it is. Teachers who are just
And
in
I'm
the
talking
fucking
about on the
way.
college level. On the
Yeah, that
college
too.
level.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what the?
that
I'm
too.
like, so you got girls or boys lacing up for you that you can't make wearing jerseys. Basically, if you play college, if you play a college sport, basically you going out of your way to play this sport.
Yeah,
You're
you
going out of
are.
your way
Like,
because you can get especially at a D2 level. Basically, you going away from taking a loan and you playing this sport. So and you coaching these kids and you can't get them better with all this information out here. And like, dang, you start noticing like that. A lot of people they really don't coach, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing that I'm going to become a strength and conditioning coach at a time. I mean, I think I already am. I already have skills, but I got to get certified. But I think that's one thing that's always been naturally in me to also work, to always work out and learn how to do little things, not learn how to do big things, but learn little things. Because in sports, because it's all a dance. Honestly, all sports are just dances with people trying to with other humans involved or objects, and and get people used to doing them under pressure and shit like that. It's all a dance and doing it under stress. And I love the grind. I love the grind, yo. I love that shit, yo. I love that shit because it's a metaphor for life. Because it's like I remember Warren Sapp said this shit. He was like, "Yo, this sport will not." He's talking about football, but it goes for any sport or anything in life. Um, it does not forsake you. What is the word? The sport will not want for you. Like basically, there were a bunch of like Aaron Rodgers. It was like another quarterback. They missed the preseason, right? You hear me?
yeah, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers another. They missed the preseason and they ain't throw no passes to their quarter. They passes to their receivers the whole preseason or in camp. Then they got first. They started the first game and it was terrible for like the next 4 weeks. And he was like, "Yo, this sport does not want for you. Like basically, you could miss a week and be off. Like
Oh,
people think they just
football, bro.
yeah."
Listen, man. Football's all about timing, man. Like those people practice like a motherfucker, man. Like that shit ain't, bro. That shit ain't, dude. Things change too often and too much, man. Like there ain't no way that shit isn't. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy.
Yeah, like this sport don't give a fuck about how many years you played.
No,
You play
it
20
consistently
years.
changes, man. It consistently changes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that grind of that shit, man. I love it. I love seeing the chess matches, man. I love seeing the chess matches. How can we beat them? Why didn't we beat them? How can we get this player to perform a task that'll help us beat this other team? Especially like sports has dipped wild because kids don't play outside these days. There's a lot of teams out of shape. There's a lot
Oh,
of
like a
teams out of
motherfucker. Yeah.
yeah. Back when that shit wasn't common. It's like now you in shape, you winning. I seen a team that wasn't good as another team lose because they wasn't in shape during like the playoffs the other week. I was like, damn, like so hold on. And the thing is, the coach didn't even change the fucking plays up. Like, hold on, you know your team tired. The other team got more athletes than you. You're not gonna slow it down and try to get open shots. No, we're just gonna still play 1-on-1 hoop, like 1-on-1 like street ball hoop. Like, all right, cool. That's what we're doing. But yeah, man, your boy happy out here, man. And, and I'm
Yeah, man.
trying to
That's all that
fucking.
matters, man. Shit, man. You be busy as shit, man. Shit, we don't even see you in the private stream, man. You just pop your head in from like, real life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
will
And it's
now,
just
cause like the baby's older. a little bit older now, like I'm gonna be getting up in the baby gets up at early in the morning, and now the house situation is like kind of different now. So now I could just like grab him when he wake up in the morning and just like hop on and say what's up and whatnot. And my blades, I ain't forget about the Linux. That's another thing I need to master. Is Linux and all its distros. Not all of it, but you know, could have had that skill popping. Yeah, it's always something to do. There's
Oh, no
always
doubt, man.
something to do. There's
Yeah, no
always
doubt, man.
something to do. There's
No
always
fucking doubt.
there's always something to do, and that's another thing I let it the space for. Because if you have something not, if you basically need something to do, come talk to the people around here. Well, not the new niggas, but go 2 years worth of
Nah, I mean,
content.
it depend on how they got escorted in here, man.
Yeah, you'll find something to
You
do in
really gotta ask
handcuffs.
people, man. You really gotta ask people, man, because they came here on some high value man shit, man. Like it
Mm,
makes my stomach turn, man. Every time I hear a nigga say that shit, man, that shit be like, bro, high value man mean, fresh meat, set up, boy. Yeah.
yeah.
Man, this shit's wild, man. So fuck. So you ever think you gonna come back to fucking like doing
Fuck
the
no.
old?
Fuck no. I talk to anybody. I want to say shout out to everybody that I met through YouTube, but like anybody that want to talk to me, email. I gotta live life, man. My time is up. If I'm still around here, I'm not. I'm disrespecting everybody I talk to. That basically, when I was fucking bitching and crying about my situation was fucked up. I gotta live. I gotta get this fucking paper. I gotta
Yeah, man.
fucking. I gotta grow, man. I can't be out here
Yeah,
talking
man.
about
Like, you
topics. I
can't.
mean, my bad. What's that?
You you can't rap career this shit, man. Like that's what this shit is turned
Yeah,
into, man.
and I got children, so I don't got the time for it. Once in a while, but like, I mean, but not YouTube. I'm saying I talk to people, yes, but like my mind, I don't have, I can't spin multiple plates. I'm a focus type person. Like if I am trying to do
Yeah,
something, I have to be
same
there
here,
doing that.
man.
If I'm trying to be a YouTube guy, I can't have kids. I need a lot of free time. I got to be more direct with. It depends on what I'm doing with it. I actually like it'll be a workout channel, but there's plenty of those. What the fuck would I bring to that shit with my personality? So
Yeah,
no, the
I
thing
mean, because
is
it's
that
all
anything
personality based at the end of the day. Come on, man.
it is, but
Like,
the thing is that I would rather do it in real life. I wouldn't want to do it on YouTube. It's convoluted, and the margin for error is too. Nah, man, I don't want. I don't want popularity. Like I kind of if I was
man,
a personal like strength and conditioning coach, like I want to do that, but like I don't. It's easy. The Ohio State's strength and conditioning coach makes $700,000 a year.
god damn, for real?
Yeah, yeah. We don't know his
Oof.
name. If I was a strength and conditioning coach on YouTube and I made that much money, people would know me. Like I'm good. Like, I'm good. I don't like popularity because it's a dark side to that shit. I'm good. Like people could like say you did shit and you didn't do it. And
Bro, I'm tell you, man, these popularity niggas, man, they be fucking, they be getting on my nerves, man. It's like, we had a good thing going, and now niggas just want to be popular now, and it's like, oh well, we're the space now. It's like, nah, man, there is
and,
no, no. You escorted yourself the fuck up out of here with the content that you do, man. That's what it is. Man. It's clear, like the people who want to claim their manosphere, it's obvious that they're not, but they have to keep putting on this front like, yeah, we took the space in a better direction. Like, no, you didn't, nigga. You took the space in the fucking worst fucking direction. Cause you're a clown ass nigga and you don't want shit to fucking change. And you don't want dudes getting to the fucking money and better fucking women. Cause if you did, there would be no need for your clown ass around this bitch pretending like you some fucking leader.
Man, it takes too much energy from me defending this space. Yeah, too much energy for me. I couldn't do it if I didn't have kids. Uh, I still couldn't do it because I can't focus on. It's a lot of growing I got to do, yo. It's a lot of growing, a lot of money I got to make. Maybe when I'm older, and
Oh, Aegon,
I,
like 20 years later, he come
I could
back
do
on
this
for a
shit.
live stream.
Like, yo, the manosphere wasn't about this. It was about this. Shut up, old nigga. Like, that shit is stressful, man. Like, you know how stressful it is every day, or like I say, like every week, coming with the truth and having to defend lies, and then it resets the next week because people want to see a fight. It's like,
No, I mean, but people want to see a fight anyway. It's
yeah,
like people will take what you said out of context so that way it can be a fight. And it's
yeah. It's
like,
like
it's like,
that's why power slaughters everybody.
yeah,
Like, it's like it ain't about being fucking right with words, yo. It's like that sounds good. Just be right a little bit with words, and then come with the tank. You'll be straight rather than basically coming with all words and facts, and then people like, I don't agree. Why don't you agree? I just don't agree. Huh?
no good reason, no know how of how the process works, nothing. And they come to the actual conversation with no understanding. Then they
Yeah,
hear your
yeah.
explanation of how shit works, and then they just say some old stupid shit like, "Well, let's just agree to disagree." No, motherfucker, you just don't know what was going on, and you still don't.
I
And
don't
now that I
care.
explain the process, you still don't get it, and it's like a lot of these dudes are just mentally retarded around this bitch, man. That's what it
And the thing is, there are more men that think the way we and our cast of friends think, but they're not on the internet, the other places of the world, and I think maybe we can find some if we get off the internet for a while, shit
is.
like that.
Yeah,
Or
man, but just think about it, man. But just think about it. The moment you start taking action, you're not gonna have anything in common with nobody online.
yeah,
Yeah, the moment
yeah,
you start taking real, tangible fucking action, you're gonna disappear from this bitch. For real. Like I don't know people who've been listening to the relationship conversation for 5 fucking years who turn around doing all this wildfire shit in life, man. I just don't know anybody like that. There is no person
mm,
be like, well, you know what? Since the pandemic, I went and I got my nurse's license and I'm around this relationship goofy shit talk all day. I don't know anybody like that. I do know people who haven't done shit with their fucking life and they're caught up with this relationship shit and they still doing that. Yeah.
mm,
So it's what it is, man. You don't. It's kind of hard. It's like once you get because it's not hard to figure this stuff out for real, right?
mm,
Like now
mm,
you know everything. Like you now know 100, 200, 500 different outcomes from every way and different angle of how this shit works now. I
yeah,
I didn't even have access to that. You know how failures gonna fucking become failures. You know how the people succeeded, made it, and didn't. You have more information now than anything else, and now you got to be able to just make a fucking move. But then people don't realize once you make a move, you're gonna be starting all with the fuck over, and ain't nobody gonna be there again. So you felt alone before, then you're gonna have to feel alone again once you start making the fucking moves. And they don't want to make the moves, man, because they don't want to be by themselves. They want to fail together. That shit doesn't work, man.
yeah. Damn, you are telling the truth about that. But also cool thing is that I think uh, the future version of you is already there though. So you just gotta make that move, and then you'll be alone for a while, and then eventually you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I did that shit before too."
Yeah,
So I had to deal with that bullshit. Yeah, you're not dealing with it, and then because I think it's a whole bunch of people that just they're future versions of us. They just quiet. It's like,
yeah, man. It like people come here to get the information and they leave and they gone and you don't see them and then they come back like, damn, man, you niggas still here. And it's like, yeah, man, it's more motherfuckers to make. Get the fuck up out of here. Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers who really got their shit together, man. Who really got the fuck out of circumstances that they weren't supposed to be in. People who really left these dumbass motherfuckers alone and really started getting their life together and really got away from fucked up circumstances and all that shit. And then there's a lot of people who just stayed, man.
Mm.
Just stayed where they were, rejected the fucking truth, went back to a whole bunch of bullshit, and they really didn't know you could do with that, man.
Yeah.
Nothing at all, man. So, so you got any last words, man, before we get up out of here?
Yo,
Before we
shout
go
out to
back to the craft
everybody.
room?
Shout out to everybody I met through this space, you know what I mean, in the comment section, whatever,
Yeah.
on my stream, or Zero stream. Uh, it's been a beautiful experience. Whatever, get your money, get your money, keep keep your head on straight. If you're depressed, find something productive to do, or go walk somewhere. That's my advice to you. You know, it's not. It could always be worse. You know, and
Yeah.
time is a motherfucker. Because at your lowest, because when I was at my lowest, I would never have thought that I am where I am at, and I'm not nowhere like extraordinarily successful. Successful. I mean, like it is success in it, but I wouldn't think where I'm at. Like basically, like when I was walking the streets of Philly, I was walking the streets of Philly like 2021, murder capitals, walking. Not in the wild neighborhoods. Don't think I'm that tough. I walk.
I
It's a
grew up
grid. The
walking
city
through
is a
that shit.
grid. I walk, and I just was just trying to keep my head on straight and just try to stay active and just try to stay in good company with people I'm cool with, and just talking about life and bullshit and shit like that. Also while working, that's one thing that my mom always taught me. And we'll tell you, this is one thing my mom. This is how I know my mom is smart. It's she was like one time, yo, I was dealing with this girl in college, right? And we broke up during the summer, right? And this is when I was working at Stanley Steamer, right? I was depressed because we broke up. I'm laying in bed, right? My mom was like, "Yo, it's time to wake up for work." I'm not going to work. Like, why? Because like I'm depressed. And she was like, "Depressed because of what?" And I was like, Jasmine broke up with me. And she was like, "Well, you going to work?" I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "You going to work?" And I was like, "Why?" She was like, "Cause you know what's worse than being depressed? Broken depressed."
Yeah, no doubt.
And I was like, that shit made so much sense. And I got up. Yo, you want to hear something crazy about that girl, Jasmine? Yo,
Yeah.
she lives up the street from my girl now, right? Well, her old house. Well, she lived around my neighborhood, but
What?
up the yeah, she lived up the street, like exactly like up the street from her. And I always watch my back walking outside because when I was 19, I was 19. I told her dad his daughter was sucking my dick, and I was like, yo, no, like that can't be like this nigga ain't this nigga gonna pop up on me one day, and I be seeing him sometimes too. He be doing his own thing. I don't know if he remembers me or not, but I don't. That nigga remember me. I don't give a fuck, yo, because his daughter would come home. We both come home from college, and she'd never come over to my house, and her dad was blocking, and I wasn't even trying to fuck. I'm not that kind of guy, but he's being real weird, and she was lying too. So I'm like, yo, why your daughter can't hang out with me, but I go come over your house and shit like that? And he like, hey, listen, Jack, like, yo, my daughter gonna move the way I want her to move, and I'm
Listen,
like,
Jack.
no, no, no. He was like, listen, Jack, my daughter gonna move how I tell her to move and shit like that, and I'm like, yo, but, and I was pissed. Damn, this is so. I still feel bad about this shit. I'm like, you ain't say. I'm like, yo, but your daughter was sucking my dick on your couch when your son was on the computer watching over us, and like, your son wasn't watching us, but like, yo, why she can't come over my house? Like, I was fucking tripping, and this is like when I'm like 19. I'm 35 now. I still think that nigga going to crack me upside the
Fuck
head.
out of here, man. It's too long ago, man.
Nigga, no, like catch a nigga slipping, like, like, you thought I forgot about that shit?
Nah, man. Nah, dude, we talking about what? What? 1935? What's that? Fucking 16 fucking years, bro. Come on, man.
Old niggas no, fuck that, yo. And my boy was like, yo, my boy was there when I said that shit because it was over the phone. It wasn't face to face. It was over the
Oh, of course it
phone.
wasn't face to face, nigga. You still alive, man. Say that shit to a nigga face, bro. Listen, man, that dude would have to swing on your motherfucking ass. Even if you didn't
He got
connect, man,
to.
he would have to swing on
He was. My boy was like, he said, "Yo, remember when you did that shit?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I was fucked up for that." And he was like, and I tried to fly. I was like, "Yeah, man, Jasmine dead, and he really took the mature route about that shit." He was like, my boy was like, "Nah, he just a bitch." I was like, "Damn." He said, "Dad was just a bitch." He was like, I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Nigga, if some nigga said that shit to you about my girl, nigga, I'd have pulled up at his house, and we would have been throwing hands."
I would have
I
beat
was
your
like,
ass the next time, man. Like I would have found out where the fuck you was, man.
"Fuck
Fuck
this
that.
nigga." Listen, Jack.
You ain't about to get that shit off on me, man. Fuck that, bro. I
I'm
need your
not
ass
taking
whooped for
that
that shit,
L.
man.
Oh man, but yeah, so yeah, but that's what mom said. Like, yo, like, worse than being depressed to me, broken depressed. And so,
Man.
not with money, but fellas, if you out there, shit not going right, go for a walk, work out, do something, man. Keep your mind, I guess, off of it, or you go keep it on it, but doing something that's gonna give you a little strain. A little bit of, walking always helps, man. Cause ain't nobody coming to save us. And then
Nah,
you got
nah,
the only
man.
thing that's gonna
Not at
save you is
all, man.
productivity and you not becoming a bitch ass nigga. It helps
Yep.
you from not becoming a bitch ass nigga, putting yourself in stressful situations that will benefit you, even if it's a little bit,
Correct.
or hobbies and shit like that. Shit, and you'll meet other people, whatever. But like you cannot stay stagnant. You end up murdering yourself or becoming a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with somebody. Like basically, when you become, it's easy to become a bitch ass nigga when you complacent.
It's too easy to be a bitch ass nigga, man. It's too easy.
When you complacent, you got nothing like to dive into hedonism a little, like, and have shit controlling you that don't control you. Like I said, like food, sex, drugs, shit like that, because you're not doing nothing. You're not challenging
It's
yourself.
too easy to be a bitch ass nigga, man. It's too fucking. I mean, cause being a bitch ass nigga, it's like you do shit and expect no ass whooping over this shit. Cause they're like, well, you know what? And it's like when who was it? Lawrence said it. They want the rights of a bitch, but be in a man's body while they're doing it.
Mm.
Crazy shit, man.
Oh yeah, and always put yourself around competitive people. Not people that's
Oh no,
competitive
no.
with women. Not competitive with women. Competitive with other things.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
friendly,
yeah,
like
yeah,
friendly competition, like that type of. Put those yourself around, and always feel weird about people that's not competitive. People that
yeah,
aren't
man.
competitive
Like,
about anything, like basically they don't take pride in nothing. Like they're not trying to like I'm trying to do this. Like no pride in nothing they do. It's like he hiding something. Everybody got a little bit of pride of something, or you wouldn't care about anything.
yeah, man. This shit is wild, man. Yeah, man. Being around like dudes who just can't leave reptiles the fuck alone, man. Can't fuck with them, bro.
Yeah.
If you still taking your ass off in that lake and fucking around with these goddamn reptiles, man, I can't fuck with you
Oh, yo,
because
yo. The thing
yeah,
is, funny thing about the reptile shit was weird to me is that there are black girls that grew up like not like that. and I'm not saying like on some shit like basically like, yo, man, like there are some good sisters
Dude,
out there, blah blah blah.
Aegon, man, it's a choice. Listen, man, I got people who grew up in two-parent households, like my dad's side of the family. No, not now my mom's side of the family. They never left Mississippi. Like my dad's side of the family, they left Mississippi. Like very some of them got kicked out of the family, but everybody just it pretty much blended together, man. Like everybody got kicked out the city, and then like everybody started going to that city, and then like everybody started acting like those people in that city, especially after my grandfather died, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
these people had two-parent households. They never missed a meal. They went to the best schools, and they still turned out to be a motherfucking reptile at the end of the day. Crazy shit. And they chose the
Yeah.
reptile path. Like they chose getting pregnant by an uncultured fucking reptile pookie nigga. And they chose to like make sure that their child not grow up in decent circumstances. Even
Oh,
though they
yo,
were raised in decent
man.
circumstances, man, it's like, bro,
Oh,
like they take this shit on purpose. Like there was like a different draft pick at the end of this fucking process, man.
yo, let me back up a little bit. Yo, I forgot. Yeah, I got stories too. Like my shorty, she doesn't come from a poor family. They're like upper middle class blacks, middle class blacks. She has like, she got like family members. Let's say she got family members, girls, right? They grew up in the best homes, right? Like girls grew up to be gymnasts, black women, gymnasts. And they did the same thing you talking about. Like gave their body to like hood niggas. Like, and they still sound like nasally and all that other shit too. Yeah. But I guess the keep going back to that shit is fucking bogus.
Nah, it's fucking easy. What are you talking about? It's easy and there ain't no fucking consequences associated with it. That's
Well,
what it is. It's easy as fuck and there ain't no consequences. And it's literally the entire culture at this point. And it's
yeah.
like no consequences to it. Like, okay, if they know they can get them a decent dude anytime they fucking want to, they could just go out and play and stay out and play forever. They ain't gotta fucking come back home, man. Why the fuck would they? I mean, shit. Shoe on the other foot. If you could fucking go and get whatever the fuck you want to whenever you want it, there's hardly any what do you call it? Motivation to like leave that shit the fuck alone, man. It's like they don't care about consequences, and especially if you're like, okay, so you know what's here and high number, right? Okay, so you're doing this shit right here. Everybody else is doing the same shit too, or worse. So their circumstances ain't even that bad when you add up the shit that everybody else is doing within the environment.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
Everybody's on the
yeah,
same type time, so fucking up is like basically dysfunction is regular. It's normal. So basically, if everybody playing musical chairs is with relationships, you ain't doing nothing out of the ordinary. You ain't doing nothing out of the ordinary. So it is what it is at this point. It's not about
yeah.
basically
Nah,
playing
man,
musical
it's a
chairs and
fucking
then
choice,
stopping
man.
and
Dude,
then
it's a
sticking with your
choice.
guns.
Dude, it's a
Yeah.
fucking choice, and these choices have consequences that don't really fit them because a bitch ass nigga don't believe in consequences. You know, they 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 privatize the gains and socialize the losses. And since they're a natural fucking loser, they just fucking socialize the losses onto the rest of cascade the shit over the rest of society.
Hmm. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's been good talking to you, MOC.
Yeah.
Yo, all day. Thanks. This is a long time coming, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no man.
A long
About
time
to try to
coming,
get
yo.
Zero on here if he ever wants to come online. The
Yeah.
YouTuber formerly known as Zero. We have to give
Zero
him
gonna be
like
the
a
first
symbol or
person.
something like Prince. Yeah, man.
Zero gonna be the first person to get assassinated on YouTube.
Zero's gonna write slave across his face, man.
Get your hand off my USB cord.
Slave to the gynocracy. All right, man. Let me get up out of here, man. Shit.
All
All
right,
right, man.
peace, man. Thanks, man.
All
Have a
right.
good day, man.
All
Yeah,
right, you too.
evening.
And man, I want to thank y'all for coming through. This is the Aegon interview. Gonna be interviewing somebody every Saturday. I think next week. I'm not sure who it's gonna be next week, but gotta get some people come through here, man. So I want to thank you guys for coming through. 53 people in here. Make sure y'all hit the like button upon leaving. And power to the producers, man. You guys have a really nice rest of y'all weekend. Hopefully y'all doing some productive things out there and make it happen. All right, later.